is happening? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along to a Tea and Tops special event. You'll notice that Tea, or maybe only Tops, one of us, just one of us on the stream tonight. Jason is running some family errands, so he'll be joining us shortly. But yeah, we are live streaming the game tonight. Well, not the game, because we'd end up in jail if we did that. But we're going to have a game day up, as you can see on the screen. We're going to be watching. I did have a video feed, which unfortunately has just dropped out moments before the start of the show. So isn't that just typical? I did have it working yesterday with ESPN Player and a cheeky VPN. However, that's just fallen over on me. So rather than restarting my machine and not having a feed at all, I mean, game day is good enough, right? And then so I'm going to try and get another video stream up so I can kind of see what's going on. But yeah, welcome along if you're with us. We're live, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all the usual places where you'll find Jason and I. And yeah, come and say hello. We can see all the comments. I'm just waiting on the game starting. I think Nicaragua, Israel is in the bottom of the 8th. Sorry, the 8th has just ended and it has just lit up. Nicaragua were 1-0 up. Israel just stuck put 3 runs on in the bottom of the 8th there to take a 3-1 lead. So yeah, kind of watching the end of this. I'm going to muck around with. I don't know why it keeps. I think it's because it's the middle of an inning. I'm going to continue to muck around with my iPad and see if I can't find a stream of this game. Browser. If you happen to have any ideas, any hints where I pick up a stream of the game before I go and just stick 30 quid to BT Sport to get it, that would be tip top. We have to go off-piste, shall we say? Not that I would ever condone the use of dare I say, non-legal methods to watch the stream. BT Sport, I'm sure, doing a fantastic job as our FS1 in the States, I'm sure. But let's see what we can find. I can't believe it. Literally 5 minutes before the start of the show, everything went down. That's just the way it seems to go when we do these. Though. Okay, let's go to this. But yeah, like I say, if you're watching along, Mike, it's on YouTube. Oh, Mike, I hope it is on YouTube. I didn't think to check. Let's have a little gander, shall we? We'll keep game day up anyway. Where are we now? We're at the top of the 9th in Nicaragua, Israel. Like I say, Nicaragua were 1-0 up until Israel just stuck on 3 in the bottom of the 8th. So we're going to do World Baseball Classic. If they're free to airing it, I wonder if I can share it or if I'll just get DMCA'd up the wazoo. Israel, Nicaragua is live. There is a live stream. I'm not sure how authentic it is. I don't think it's a genuine World Baseball Classic stream. However, I need to be super careful that my sound doesn't come through onto the stream, or else that could land us in soapy bubble as well. All right, we may just have rescued it, but we have the bottom, or we have the 9th inning for Nicaragua, Israel to enjoy until Team GB gets us going. Coke Zero Cherry tonight, if you happen to be interested. Let's see if there's a better stream of this. BT YouTube. Squeaky bum time now. Nicaragua down to the last out. So I'm expecting Jason to join us. Oh, we're back at 7, I think. Great Britain, USA. That's the one that I've already found. Somebody else is streaming it. Hockey. Oh well, we found a stream. Like I said, I don't think it's a legitimate video stream, so I'm not going to publicize it. Looking though, might find a good one. What's on the official channel? Recaps, highlights. All right, we've got our stream. I'm going to stop going now. What's happening? Middle of the 9th. Oh, I've got this all the wrong way around, have I? How could it be the middle of the 9th? Surely it's the end of the game. And I don't know, a foul tip. That's unlucky. It's not going to be a bottom of the 9th, is it? Why are they saying it's the middle of the 9th? It should be the end. I sure don't need to back, eh? Oh, well. All right, we'll swap over to the Great Britain Canada game. First pitch, 3 p.m. That's now. Daylight savings in the US, I think, caught a few people out. Thinking it's on at 8 p.m. It is not. It is on now. Cal Quantrill on the bump for Team Canada. Who do we have for us? Boris? I need the team list. I need the squad. Is what I need. I'll bring up their spreadsheet. Akil Morris, tonight's starting pitcher for Team GB. Still starting soon. Who will win is the rather enthusiastic poll on the YouTube stream. I think we know who's going to win. Let's not be too rough. I think 6-2 versus USA last night. Significantly better than a lot of people hoped. Trace Thompson getting us off to a flying start, top of the first, bringing out the big stick. And Vance Worley took a lead into the third inning, and unfortunately only got through two-thirds of the inning, so I got a couple outs in the second, up at 60 pitches, so presumably pitch count to come out. I guess he could have started the third, but there was already 2 runs had come across in that second inning, so it took him out just ahead of his 65 pitch limit, and then the rest, as I say, is history. But a hell of a start. hitting a home run in the first inning in your first appearance in the World Baseball Classic. It's a nice moment. Great Britain v Canada. Here we go. Oh, yes, it's definitely not a legitimate feed. But let me see if I can find it on my iPad so I can get the audio. As always, if you're watching along with us, doesn't matter where you are, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Yeah, feel free to drop in some comments, ask any questions. So I'm doing a little bit of filling until until my co-host arrives.
Hello.
And here he is.
I heard my ears were burning, so here I come.
Jason Burt Esquire. Yeah, it's going really well. Like everything that I had set up ahead of this is broken now. So you know that's fun.
All right. Well, I'm getting my dodgy stream up and going, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, I did have it working on ESPN Player, but now it's deciding it doesn't want to work anymore. It was working perfectly last night, and it's not working today. So that's unfortunate. Mike very kindly informed me that you can't get it on YouTube, so I'm having a little rummage on YouTube. But I'm also still testing ESPN Player to see if it's going to work, but it's not working.
Oh,
but that's okay.
Well, it's working on mine.
On ESPN Player, or have you got it?
No, I got my dodgy stream.
Yeah, let's not say where. Let's not give them any publicity. But
can you hear it in the background, or I need to mute it?
Yeah, you can actually. We need to.
All right. Well,
turn it down a little bit. We could get.
Yeah, no, I'll mute it here.
DMCA'd. The one we get.
Come on.
La 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 la. Yeah, I muted you. Wave at me when you've you've muted your stream. You good?
I'm good.
You're good.
All right, so we're good. No, I'm just trying to full screen it so I can see it here. There we go. I'm good. Oh, Ernie Witt. They pulled out all the old timers here. All right. Let's see. Nope, I just changed the channel. Shit. Oh, well, that's the volume. Shows you how often I play with my TV. That's literally strictly for like games. There we go. Get it on the back. Of course, it's now muted now, so that's not gonna. Come on. You have an e-lock?
I have a stream, which I'm trying to bring up on. I'm trying to bring it up on my iPad, so I can have the audio without it hopefully appearing on the stream. Great Britain versus Canada.
Oh, right.
Live.
Oh, why did it do that?
Stream.
I need to get like 3 HDMI cables to get everything working here. This is rubbish.
You didn't think that I spent basically a whole day trying to get this to set this stream up, right?
There you go. Oh, geez. Full screen. I'm laughing here. But see, the best part is I get the American adverts, so this is a win for me.
I mean, that could be the best part of the best part of the event. Let's not say that.
Lulu is saying the World Basic Classic live channel. So I don't know if you're having luck with that or whichever ones you're doing. Well, I'm glad you set this up because I'm hungover still. It's been a long weekend.
That's what happens when you go out 2 nights in a row.
I know, two nights in a row. But very exciting times. We were chatting away a little bit here and there. And for those of you who don't know, I spent the weekend hanging out with Lou from the Hall of Very Good. So he happened to be in Scotland for the last week and was in Edinburgh the last 2 nights. And we had a great time chatting baseball, chatting podcasting, talking about people we actually know. We have quite a few mutual friends in the industry.
Oh, that is interesting.
Yes. So he was very surprised that we got 3 hours of Lauren Taylor's time. I said, "Do it was an awesome 3 hours of our time."
Yeah, that was quality. Yeah. Right,
So,
I've managed to pick up a stream and I've got sound.
Where's my buddy Harry? Harry's not leading off today. What's up with that?
Oh, is he not? Oh, neither he is. He's back and clean up.
We have the 2 worst uniforms of.
Well, that's funny. I was going to get into this. This is like a battle of the terrible uniforms tonight. Oh, so my stream is about half a dozen pitches behind game days.
Right. Well, that was the first pitch of the game right there. So we got Chavez Young, who was in AAA with Toronto last year, who's up the plate right now, and we got ball 2 going there. So this could be fun.
Yeah.
And if I call Paul Control Ren Control, it's because there's a player in the Edinburgh team named Ren. So I would do my best not to call him Ren.
Yeah, but it's Cal. You've only got 65 pitches to worry about.
And there's Drew Spence. Drew Spence has bought a couple of jerseys from me. Oh, it's not bad. It's always kind of see. Tom has mentioned that's the best we can do. Well, there are some dodgy streams out there if you want to go down that route. I am watching a dodgy stream.
Yeah, as am I. I wasn't planning on. I was planning on using a fairly legit method to use ESPN Player with a VPN to Europe. Unfortunately, that isn't working right now, so I'm also on a less than legit stream. The problem with the less than legit stream is it's, like I say, it's almost a full batter behind where game day is. So the game day that we've got on the screen is like quite far ahead of, but at least we'll get replays and stuff. And we can comment on the adverts because you won't get the adverts on the stream as well.
And we've got my man Abraham Toro, former Mariner at third base for Canada right there. So, right,
man, this is your game. This is I keep
on
on calling him Henry Ford. It's not
right.
freaking. It's not Henry Ford. It's Harry Ford.
No. And Lucius Fox.
Lucius Fox. Yeah. So we got Harry Ford, your Mariner guy.
Yep, Harry Ford.
We've got Mariners on the Canada team.
Mariners, well, former Mariner on the Canada
team.
Mariner. We traded him in the offseason for Wong.
Oh man, we've got a stolen base tonight as well.
So, I didn't actually realize Quantrill was Canadian there. That's interesting. Oh,
yeah, I didn't realize that either.
Well, there's that stolen base there, so I'm behind you now.
Yeah. Oh no, I saw it on the game day feed. I'm watching the game day feed and listening to the game, so I get to see it like 2 minutes after it happened.
Right.
I can't figure. I'm not. You can't delay what I'm seeing on game day, so
no.
So we currently have runner in the scoring position.
Yeah.
With 1 out.
So.
Yeah, I need to listen to Hall of Very Good. I haven't. I've not listened to it yet, but I feel obliged to now after you saying such complimentary things about them.
You know, it was one of those things I've known about it for a while. I think because we listen to so many different podcasts that it was kind of pick and choose which one you do, and they're usually about half hour to 40 minutes long. So for them, it's actually quite good. And the people they have on are fantastic. They are well connected in the baseball community there, and some of the people they have on are just outstanding. So I was having a nice conversation with Lou, and he wants to put us in touch with various people and see if we can get there. And yeah, it's we could end up having a lot of really cool guests on the show this upcoming season. So we just have to start chasing and making sure people are available.
Yeah, it'd be pretty sweet. So just to quickly recap where we're watching this. So it is being streamed on YouTube on a channel that's presenting itself as WBC Live. I don't think it's in any way legit. If you look at the username and the fact that it's a stream that looks like it's being streamed off a Nokia 3210, and it's Fox Sports, and they're showing the adverts. I'm not convinced it is, but if you go looking on YouTube, you can find a stream. I've also already seen it go down once where it's had a thing saying you need to refresh the stream message, but it might be, but I'm not convinced it is, which is why I'm not going to share a link or anything to where we're watching it. It doesn't feel like it is an official channel, shall we say?
But I mean, this is nothing new for us out here.
Runners in the corner, runners in the corners with one out. What's happening?
I mean, this is nothing new from out here. It is literally like get streams where you can. So I'm sure quite a few of you have streams you can use to watch this there. So
yeah, that's a good point. It shouldn't be this difficult, right? I mean, fair enough, BT Sport are showing it, but you know, a month. I figured I'd fork over for a month of ESPN player because it was $9.99. A month of BT Sports. Excuse me, a month of BT Sports, £30.
Oh my gosh, is it really £30?
Yeah, $29.99 for a month.
That's a lot of F1 races you got to watch.
F1's on Sky.
Oh man, shows you what I know.
Exactly. Right. Come on, bro.
That's my own fault there. I get a lot of stick at work because people are like, "Do you watch TV?" I go, "Nope, I do not." I said the only people that watch TV are my daughters, and otherwise, you've kindly given me your login for Disney. I'm all about the Mandalorian, the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
And then otherwise it's like live baseball. That's pretty much what happens.
I'm such a libertarian. I share my Disney Plus with you. I share my MLB login with one of our other good friends. But then that's what you do, right? In a group of people. Like I don't have my own Spotify. Like I share a family. We probably shouldn't talk about illegal streaming, but yeah, I share a Spotify with the family and stuff. And run scored. We've got a run.
That's good because the guy just struck out. So who's up to plate?
Who is he yapping? Stole home, double steal.
All right. Well, it's coming up now, so I'm going to see. I hope it's one of those classic second base at home place double steals.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's like it's like a Scottish baseball play. Stole second, then and a double steal. Stole second, stole home. Oh, it's 2-0.
Oh, you know what? It was a bad throw to second. That's what it was.
Nick Ward singles on a ground ball to left fielder Jacob Robson. Matt Koperniak scores 2-0. Or we need to conference in Nick Watson immediately.
Now, bad throw to second, runner easily scored. I don't know if it was an actual double steal here. I'm going to look at it. They're doing the replay.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, like
no, it was delayed steal. Throw came in and he went there, so it wasn't quite a double steal. But I believe that's Harry Ford up the bat that knocks the run in there. I got to double check here.
No, Ford struck out.
Oh, right. Okay.
So the RBI went. No, it's not updated yet. I'm in Canada.
Okay. Well, there you go. Yep. Basically,
who got the RBI? Ward got the RBI.
I got that. You know what? Yeah.
Nick Ward. There you go. Nick Ward with the RBI. What a star. That's crazy. Oh, another one. Come on. Oh no, I'm behind. I'm forgetting I'm behind. I just got excited because there was another run scored on the live stream. The live stream's behind game day. I need to remember. What is happening? This is insane.
But then, like I said, it's baseball. Anything can happen. I mean, Oakland's got to win a game here and there. The Marlins have to win a game here and there. You know,
I suppose the best of one, right?
Yeah, it really is. It's just whoever's best that day. Like you just have to win a couple games. You know, it's just the way baseball is played. You're not always going to, be on form. I mean, I don't know who's pitching for us, but we do have a couple high level guys and major leaguers on Team Canada. So
So starting, I've lost it already. Morris is pitching tonight. I forgot, where's my spreadsheet gone? Oh, they are calling it a double steal. Commentators are calling it a double steal. But then Akil Morris is starting for us tonight.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, if the guy from Czech Republic can throw 79-mile-per-hour fastballs behind Shohei Ohtani,
yeah, man, he was making people look dumb, wasn't he? That was so awesome.
But you know what that reminds you of? It reminds you of Lithuania and throwing forkballs to guys, and those guys just walking back, not having a clue what I just saw.
Yeah, I was saying, what the heck? Yeah, I suppose we should flex our chops a little bit, right? So, like, why are we commentating on a baseball game? So we do. Jason and I, between us, have significant baseball physical experience, and we're not just card nerds. Jason, a storied high school career, which resulted and culminated in one of the greatest photos that's ever been seen. But Jason and I both played for many years with the Edinburgh baseball team. Oh my goodness, what's happened in this game? It's gone crazy. So Jason and I both played in Edinburgh for any number of years. Both played for Scotland. I've played for Scotland once, so I'm still counting it. Jason, a Baseball Scotland Hall of Famer. We do know a little bit about the game as well. We're not just internet windbags.
Well, we are, but
we are. Yeah.
Yes, we have played the game for many years there, and we have represented Scotland in 3-4 different international tournaments. France, Lithuania, Belgium.
I did France and Lithuania. So I've been to two European events.
Yeah. So France, Lithuania, Belgium, and I guess if you want to count Belfast a few years ago, you
can definitely count Belfast. Yeah. So, Lithuania, that was good times.
Yeah, it will never be the same.
No, exactly. Another walk and a mound visit. Here we go. I don't think.
So their limit is only 60 pitches per game.
65, I believe, is the pitch limit.
Yep. It's interesting. No, we'll say the hitting coach works for the Mariners.
The Great Britain one.
Yep. It's Coach Maracino. I don't know. Bradley Maracino is the hitting coach for the Mariners in the minor leagues. So our leagues. So there's a few ties to the Mariners over here. So I'm rooting for them there.
Yeah, good on you.
So it's not a whole lot of them, but hey, we'll take what we can. We got guys in first and second here. If you still can't find a stream to watch or listening on the radio,
that's a good point. Are they at least carrying like an audio feed on MLB.com or WorldBaseballClassic.com? I don't suppose they are. Oh my goodness me! It's 3-0 GB. Darnell Sweeney with the single. Nick Ward scores. BJ Murray to second. So what is happening? The world is upside down.
My feed seems to be going slower and slower. I'm like 2 pitches behind.
Well, this is me just reading it off game day, but so no doubt I'll get the video feed of it in a second.
There we go. There's base hit up the middle. Runners go there.
No problem. Cal Contrail's not like some kind of joke thing either. He's
like the third starter for Cleveland.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Bieber, Sticks, and then I think Contrail's 4 or 5, or 3, 4 or 5.
Sticks. Good old Dr. Sticks.
Dr. Sticks, yeah. That say that everyone was giving us a stick about the uniforms, but Canada's a pretty bad.
Yeah,
It's
this
a
is like this is the
fake
battle of
collar.
the terrible uniforms. Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I don't
that
know. I
collar
mean,
piece
like,
isn't good.
again, I'm a traditionalist, so I don't like change in there, but both teams could have done better. I mean, Nike designed these things. Like, we're I get that where someone said, "Yep, you opened up Arial font, typed out Great Britain, and left it there." Like, I get that. Yep, yeah, absolutely. They are terrible uniforms. I don't know. They could have done something better with it. You know, it is. Yeah, I saw the Twitter comments on that and go, my kid's little league uniform is better, and it is. You know,
Yeah.
it actually is. Like there's, it was like no effort was put into it at all.
You know what I find interesting about it? I don't know if this is interesting. I think this is interesting. But the swoosh, the Nike swoosh on the Great Britain jersey is on the opposite side than it is on a major league jersey.
That's true. I was noticing that as well.
So it's
Who
like,
knows why?
yeah. So I mean, that's a really nerdy thing. So it's I don't know. That's just why. It's that kind of detail that irritates me. You know.
Well, yeah. I mean, look. I mean, Under Armour is on the left side there, so I don't know why. You know what? That sounds like a question for Paul Lucas. So
Yeah.
ask Paul. Paul, yeah. So if you
Why
don't know who
is your
Paul Lucas
swoosh
is,
on the wrong side?
Paul Lucas is the editor of UniWatch. So if you want to geek out about
Ooh.
uniforms, Paul is your guy. He does a really good job, and obviously people share things with him about uniforms and what's up. Like the latest one I think I've noticed was the guy shared with our chat where the San Francisco minor leaguer who he's pretty fit. He definitely hits the gym a lot, and he wanted to show off his thighs, and so he wears shorts. So
Who
yeah,
likes
so
short shorts?
he wears like biker shorts, and then wears stirrups up to his knees, and then wears tights underneath it so he doesn't have any skin showing.
Golly.
So it's rather interesting look there because it just looks kind of odd, but apparently it's a thing. Like I said, like the kids are all about that. I think it's cool. So maybe we'll start seeing some sort of version of that in the major leagues. I don't know. I think it looks terrible myself, but you know, I'm also
Yeah.
not like a 230-pound muscle bound baseball player
Yeah.
either.
I mean, yeah, I'm not a fashionista by any stretch of the imagination, but didn't the White Sox wear shorts?
For like one game.
What is it, one game? I can't remember if it was a game or if it was a season or
Yeah,
Quantrill is currently embroiled in a 9-pitch at bat with oh, he walked. Oh my god, he's still 2 outs.
he's
Bases
just missing.
loaded.
So I think so. We'll go back to the shorts thing there, but yes, it's obviously he's not in complete spring training. I mean, it's still in the middle of spring training. Like the guys are still working on stuff here. So, you know, that's the one downside of having the classic during the middle of spring training is guys
It's
still aren't
true.
sharp yet. You know,
When
they're
else?
not.
When else could you do it though? Do it in the middle of the season in place of the All-Star game or something?
Yeah, sort of, but then you're interrupting everyone's game. I mean, you can't do it. There's no way you can do it. But that's the only time at least guys are kind
Yeah.
of ready for it.
You can't really do it at the end of the year because everyone's just burst.
No, and you have like the winter leagues and people play there, so those are all finished up right before spring
Yeah.
training. So you get a bit of a more break before spring training is again. I mean, these guys are in shape year round. You talk to any major league player or minor league player, and you take a week off, relax, and then you go back at it again. You know, they talk about how you try to put on 10 or 20 pounds during the off season because when it comes to the season, you're just not going to have that energy to do that.
Yeah.
So
Cal Quantrill's had the hook. Philippe Aumont coming in to replace him. Whoever
oh
the
no
heck
way!
he is.
Oh my gosh! So Philippe was a Mariner prospect for a long time. Wow,
Oh my god,
that's not a name I've heard in a long time.
It's not a name I've ever heard. I don't think.
So I
And
want to say
I've read a lot of baseball players' names from doing breaks. I don't recognize this guy at all. Right, I'm off to find his baseball reference page.
right. Yeah, if I remember correctly, he was like a world champion speed skater. I want to say that's what he was there.
Really?
So yeah, like he was had to choose between like speed skating or baseball, and he was a long time minor leaguer, and they were hoping. I mean, oh gosh, he must be in his like early to mid 30s now. Man, yeah, that's not a name I've heard in a long time. No, so the Mariners draft a lot of guys from Canada. I'm kind of hope they hit. So gosh, I want to say Vancouver area, but that's not it. It's British Columbia area is quite a hot spot for baseball players. So I want to say Jason Bay was from the area there. I want to say Joey Votto is from the area too, but I could just be absolutely butchering that because Joey Votto. But
here we go. Philippe Aumont. Here we go. Bats left, but throws right. That's interesting.
Good old Ricky Henderson style.
Yeah. Where is he? He's been on the go since 2008.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, he's with Seattle 2008 through 2009. They spent a good amount of years in Philly. 2010 through to...
Yes, we traded him for Cliff Lee. That's what it was.
We traded him for Cliff Lee.
Yeah, he was thrown in the Cliff Lee trade.
Oh, my God. Oh, he got the final out. So where we are, middle of the first, Great Britain up 3-zip. I mean, if you had that on your coupon, congratulations. You're rich now. That's incredible. What a phenomenal start for Team GB. Can we keep it going? So you asked about the pitcher on the mound for us tonight, Akil Morris, who is 30 years old from the U.S. Virgin Islands. He was last seen in any kind of competitive baseball in 2018 with the Angels. Well, there you go. Show minors. I take it all back. 2021 he made it to AA. He made it to AAA actually with the Giants. But I believe he's currently a free agent.
Oh, I was wrong. Joey Votto's from Toronto, and I'm mixing him up with somebody completely different, and that was my bad. Larry Walker from British Columbia.
Larry Walker. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but yeah, so the Mariners obviously pick a lot of people from that area up there, but I'll give you an idea of people who are from British Columbia. That the Tyler O'Neill, currently playing center fielder for the Canadian team. He's from the area. Yeah. Michael Saunders, who you probably don't know, but he was a longtime Mariner. James Paxton, Big Maple.
Oh, yeah, I remember that guy. Yeah.
Yep. Jason Bay.
Big Maple, that's an amazing nickname.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think he hurt himself in spring training with Boston already.
Oh, something happened to him. Is he still playing? Is he still active?
Yep. Yeah, he's with Boston. Boston signed him like a 2-year deal, knowing the first year he would not be healthy enough to do it. And I think he pulled a thigh or something like that. And I haven't seen anything much about it there. Justin Morneau, obviously from British Columbia.
Oh, yeah.
Rich Harden.
Oh, yeah. I remember Rich Harden.
I think who else is in the new, but yeah, a couple of big names out there. So yeah, so there is baseball up that way. This is more of those are the big names, and funny enough, because it's in Seattle's backyard, we usually tend to draft them or keep an eye on them. So
that's an excellent point. I mean, if ever there was a second Canadian team, I guess Seattle's probably geographically certainly probably the closest, right? So Akil Morris, our starter, I found up an easier page to read. Actually had like pretty solid big league time. Last appeared in 9 games for the Angels in 2018.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, 5.79 ERA, pitched 14 innings, gave up 18 hits, 9 runs, all 9 were earned. Gave up 3 dingers. That's unfortunate.
Wow. So they just advertised dog treats on here. Pizza flavored dog treats. Because your dog needs pizza flavored dog treats.
Well, I immediately jinxed our starting pitcher because Canada's leadoff hitter, Edouard Julien, has just hit a dinger.
Oh, right. Well, there you go.
1 at bat, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 RBI. Oh, Freddie Freeman. My God. Frederick. Yep. Oh, my dog's going crazy.
All right. Well, here you go. I'm going to see that bat here. See what happens.
Too busy reading Baseball Reference and didn't see that I'd already given up a home run.
Oh yeah, he kind of grooved it, kind of middle in. Yeah.
Oh, your stream's way ahead of my stream. There's nothing worse, right? Like you've just watched your team give you a 3-run lead. You want to come in and like maybe just have a couple of settlers, maybe groove one.
Yep. So apparently that guy hit the home run.
First pitch. Oh my god!
Yeah.
It wasn't even like he grooved it down the middle. It was like high inside. Lefties
oh my god!
Like high and inside.
So Canada loses more style points because they didn't realize the stripe only goes halfway down the leg.
Oh god, yeah, it's like half stirrup look, but
yeah, it is just a terrible look. Like I'm all about uniforms and logos and stuff like that there. I like to make a tie-in, but I can't figure out what the stripes, the half stripes are. Is it because they're half interested in the tournament?
Oh yeah, it looks a bit like shorts.
Yeah. I mean, there'll be a reason behind it, and who knows what it is. But
well, I mean, I gotta say, if this is the battle of the worst uniforms, I think Canada will take the thing. At least, I mean, the Great Britain jerseys are kind of they are boring, but at least they're just grey. But it's road greys, I guess, right? We've not played a home game yet, so.
Yeah. And they were Nike designed, weren't they? Or is that the?
Well, I mean, it's a Nike uniform, but you could buy a blank Nike uniform and just get it printed up. That's the thing. That's what's driving me nuts about the swoosh being on the wrong side. It's almost like the difference between like an on-field authentic jersey and like a replica jersey. And Freeman takes ball 4. Maybe the broadcasters will tell us. Maybe the broadcasters have got more important things to care about than why the swoosh is in the wrong place on the jersey.
Yeah, that's it's an interesting one there. Maybe it just
come on
because we're on the other side of the pond. Maybe that's what it is. If you're in like North America and South America, you get the swoosh on the right side, and if you're on the other side of the pond, you get the left side. So who knows?
Morris needs to settle in a little bit.
So I'm trying to figure out who the leadoff hitter for the Team Canada is, because he's apparently a top prospect.
Julian. Is he clickable? He is clickable. Let's find. Oh. He's with the Twins. Round 18. He was picked 539th overall in the 2019 draft by the Twins.
18th round?
18th round, yeah.
18th round.
He was in AA last year. Batted 300, 441 on base, 490 slugging. With 17 home runs. Not bad.
Oh, he's a 15th prospect. I think they've overstated the fact he was a top prospect. When you're the 15th prospect with the Twins, you're pretty far down there.
Harsh.
Like I said, I mean, how often do you hear about a top 15 prospect who's been on the system for 5 years and has clawed his way up to 15th overall in their organization?
Wow, that's true.
You're pretty low there. Like you're almost.
It's only had 2 years though. It's only had 2 years. I'll check it again. He's only had 2 seasons. He's batting 250 in spring training. So in 2021, he was with. Come
on. You know what? He played ball in Auburn. So
okay.
So he played college ball at Auburn, which is, again, he's playing at Auburn. It's still a SEC school, so he did pretty well there.
Yeah.
Whether he played a lot in Auburn or not, who knows? I mean, we do have a friend who played college ball at various places around town, and I wouldn't say he's good at all. But
So 2021, he appeared in 112 games, hit 266, and then spent all of last season at AA and hit 300 at AA. Like I say, with 17 home runs, 441 OBP. So that's not terrible.
No, not at all. I said, like, I'm giving him a hard time for it all, but as a second baseman, that's a lot of home runs. That's hitting well.
Yeah. Hey, we got a first out. Morris has picked up his first out. That's good. That'll settle. See, that's what we need. We do a settler. He walked on us. Oh no, it was a hit. It wasn't a walk at all.
That's interesting. Yeah, like I said, the guy. I guess
let's roll up here.
There we go.
Double play here would be. That's what we need.
74-mile-per-hour pitches that just throw you off. You're not used to seeing balls coming that fast. That's slow, not fast.
I was like when you used to grunt on your changeups and people would swing themselves out their shoes. That was absolutely hilarious.
Yep.
I remember playing second base. I can't remember where we were. I'm pretty sure I was playing second base somewhere, and I kept hearing you grunt on your changeups. I'm standing at second base, wetting myself laughing. People are swinging themselves out their shoes. So funny.
Yeah, those were some good times playing ball there. Like that was the best times we had. Just playing mind games with people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be it. When you only throw 60 miles per hour and you have to grunt your 45-mile-per-hour change up, you do anything you can.
Out there throwing the kitchen sink at people, aren't you?
But yeah, that was so. And we've mentioned a few times there that I know Gabriel Rincones Jr. from playing baseball with his dad. I wouldn't say that we're close or anything like that, but I obviously traded messages and we're following him all season this year. And I had a chat with him about what it's like to play at these kind of European baseball tournaments over here for Team GB. And he said it's so hard because he's playing college ball where guys throw 85 to 95 or above. And all of a sudden you're going into tournaments where guys top out at 85 and it's most likely are in the high 70s. And he goes, that speed difference is such a huge amount to adjust to. That's hard. That's again why you're seeing the Czech Republic librarian, striking at Shohei Ohtani because it's such a difference in speed.
Yeah, and in the wrong, but then that's what they say, right? It doesn't. If you throw 100, if you've got like off speed at 80, it makes it look, it's having the difference. Like I said, they're just not used to seeing somebody rearing back and throwing 80 mile an hour. Somebody rearing back and throwing 100 mile an hour.
Oh, that's a base hit. Is that going to score the run?
No, base is full. Base is full of Canadians.
All right. Well, I guess like I said, like I can see Canada not pushing it. Like I said, they
need to be patient. They're going to get opportunities to score, right?
Oh, please tell me Rudd's name's Paul. Let's just call him Paul Rudd the whole time. He's a left fielder's Rudd. That's all I can see. I just want to call him Paul Rudd. But what was I say? I mean, Canada has basically a team full of major leaguers, so like they don't have to necessarily try to go and be aggressive there. They know they have guys that are knock in, whereas I think GB has to be aggressive because you just don't know with our lineup.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's Jaden Rudd.
Oh, man. Just call him Paul.
I hate to ruin the memes. We've got Lucius Fox, for God's sake. Come on, that's good enough.
Yeah, I would say that was fun looking at these guys' names and getting Morgan Freeman up on these things. So.
Still want it. One good pitch and we're out of this, though. That double play ball. That's what we need. 3-1 though.
I should probably get the game. Someone's watching the game on the Mariners feed there, and I should probably say, yeah, I do have the game on there. We're doing a live show.
You taking pictures of me?
I am taking pictures of you. Oh my gosh.
Oh God! In play runs. Remember that? Remember in play runs?
Is that back?
No, it's just what's come up on game day. This is where the name came from. I think it's a really clever name. Call it in play runs. I think it's really good. It came from game day because that's what you see when somebody gets a hit and a run scores before it confirms what the play is. 75-mile-an-hour curveball has unfortunately been dispatched. It is in play. Runs have scored. Let's see what happened. This is a problem, you see.
Yeah.
We've got a nailer coming up next.
Yeah, it's Josh. There's two of them. There's two nailers that play. They both play for the Indians, and they're brothers. And yeah,
they're not called the Indians anymore, sir.
They're always called the Indians.
Come on, Boomer.
You're 100%. They are the Guardians. So, but
this is bad. Game day's taking an awful long time to update. What happened?
Right. Well,
it
was a play at the plate. The ball got away from the catcher. Both runs scored. Oh my gosh, you're talking about Freddie Freeman, who is an all-star.
Oh no! Don't play devil's baseball and give up runs.
Yep. And ball got away, and then Tyler O'Neill scored.
Oh, at least they got the out though.
Got that at first through. Yep, there you go.
Oh, you hate to see it. So the expression "devil's baseball," we should explain that. The team we play for, we were the Edinburgh Diamond Devils, and we had a habit of playing phenomenally well for 8 2/3 of an inning, and then at some point during the game, it wasn't always bottom of the ninth. I don't even think it was ever bottom of the ninth, but it seemed always at some point we would decide just to kick it around the infield for for a short period of the game and really put ourselves in a hole. It was quite frustrating. It was Bo Naylor. It wasn't Josh Naylor, by the way. It's Bo Naylor.
Oh yeah,
and he walked.
Yeah. No, because I keep wanting to get in those cards and send them to our to Ross. So there you go. Here's your Eskimo brother.
Yeah, there you go. How's the old pitch count doing?
I'm trying to tweet this. I can't multitask to save my life. I'm trying to tweet and watch the game and chat. It's not going well.
I think the middle of this inning, I'm going to have to go and check in with the wife. But...
All right. Well, that's fine.
I did a reasonable job of filling when you weren't here, so we'll see how good your filling skills are.
I can do it. We're fine. Gosh, our first baseman looks tiny. He made Abraham Toro look big.
That is quite small.
But, they were just showing like the replay, and it doesn't look like it's a big
dude. I just saw that.
There you go. No, I've got experience filling in there. I mean, I have done a few live games with Edinburgh baseball, so not a problem to fill time there.
Actually, so when I was setting up when I was looking at an alternative to StreamYard yesterday, I found a very cool plugin for OBS, for doing proper live streaming, and it's like a live updating scoreboard, like a baseball scoreboard you can overlay onto your live stream. It has a little control panel, and as you go through, and it's basically like you sit and score it. So if it's a ball, you click the thing for ball, and it updates. It's like a proper professional looking overlay. It was super cool, but I'm glad I didn't commit to doing that because that'd be fine if you're doing like an in-person stream, I think, but I think having game day up's good enough. It gives us everything that we need. But yeah, it was super cool. I was sitting playing with it, and I was like, "Oh, if we ever live stream games again."
They do, so that's the thing this year.
Yeah, well, if I treat myself to a more powerful laptop, I might go and stream an Aberdeen game or something just to try it out.
No, I'm just curious about how tall Taylor Ward is.
You want to know how tall Taylor Ward is? Let's find out.
Yes, no, as part of this season, my podcaster John McKellar on Ball Caps and Bagpipes is doing various live streams throughout the year. So I think it's every 2 or 3 weekends during the game, and he's doing the first game of the year with the Devils versus Cannons in town there, and he's going to broadcast the game. So
that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, more in-play runs. Canada taking a 4-3 lead, and our pitcher has been given the hook. Cam Up has come in for Akil Morris. So Akil didn't get out the first, unfortunately. 0.2 pitched. 4 runs, 4 earned. I guess a rather unfortunate ERA of 54 for the day. Let's learn a little bit about Cam Up. Cam Up, 27 years of age. God, my laptop's so slow.
Oh, my guy is now.
Yeah, in 2022, he spent 2 years in the minors.
Nick Ward. Taylor Ward's the player for the.
Yeah, I was glossing over that. Got as high as AA, where he carried an 8.1 ERA in AA last year. Appeared in 4 games, pitched 6.2 innings.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I have seen Nick Ward. He did come up when I was doing the search for thing. He is 5'10", and that might be with cleats on, so we don't know.
Damn it, cleats on. That's funny.
People are known to lie about their height there. That's why I always enjoy the NFL combine. and when people are always 6 feet tall, but quarterbacks are always 6 feet tall, and all their college games, and then the combine shows up, and then they show up as 5'9" 3/4.
So Cam Up, our pitcher, is with the Binghamton Rumble Ponies in the Mets minor league system, I believe. Man, the MLB player pages are terrible. Give me who the affiliate is, for God's sake.
I probably don't update them that often. I mean, who knows? I mean,
but I'm having to copy it across to like Baseball Reference just to get any kind of decent information about these guys. I mean, I know it's minor league stuff, but come on. Yeah, so Cam Up is with the Mets. It's a 27-year-old born in Denver in Colorado, making him perfectly qualified to play for Team GB. So last year was with the Binghamton Rumble Ponies and the Brooklyn Cyclones of the South Atlantic League. In fact, he finished the year with Brooklyn going 1-3 with a 5.23 ERA, appearing in 16 games, pitching 31 innings. It's the A+ level. So, started the year at AA, unfortunately got sent down. But none of that matters. All that matters is he can strike out a hoser.
Wow. I'm watching the highlights from. I didn't watch any of the highlights from yesterday's game there. But
I haven't watched any yet either.
Yeah. Oh no, they were saying the shortstop made a few key errors right off the bat, Sweeney. So I guess it doesn't help when you don't have Jazz Chisholm playing for you.
That's true. These guys got to be nervous, I would be. Oh God, in play runs on a grooved fastball. 88.8. Man, it's like Back to the Future speeds. 88 mile an hour 4-seam fastball in play runs.
Well, let's see. OPP. Oh God, this guy's down with OPP, our pitcher.
I was kind of waiting for that. Jacob Robson singles on a ground ball to first baseman Nick Ward, deflected by pitcher Cam Up. Oh my God.
Oh crap! I gotta plug my.
Yeah, you're gonna get struck off again.
No. Oh shit! I hadn't plugged in my where's that? My laptop. So I'm with my 12-year-old laptop that still runs, and I only put dodgy streams on there.
Yeah, because I'm hearing the audio from your stream.
Yeah, so I have it's set up here. So my laptop's over here, and it's playing off my TV, so I can actually have a big screen to watch. So
just drop the audio a bit. I don't want to get us DMCA'd by having the audio on.
Can you actually hear it there? Is it...
Yeah, I can. Like I'm picking it up in the background. Yeah.
Oh man. All right, I'll turn down a little bit more just because I was trying to follow what was going on there.
You get yourself some headphones. Look at this. I've got AirPod in one ear connected to my iPad that's got the stream on, and I've got the cabley one so I can hear my system sound.
Oh, no, come on, just say OPP. Don't call them OPP.
There you go.
With the Mets.
That's kind of unfortunate, that fifth run. That's unlucky. Pitcher's unlucky.
Okay, well, yeah, I was just checking in on the Phillies game real quick to see if Gabriel was playing or not, but he's not played in like a week, so he's probably in the minor league system down there.
Oh, I'll get the clock in a second. I thought I was just looking at it now. I need to.
Oh gosh, we've batted around this inning.
Let's get out of this inning. I think they'll feel better if we get out this inning. Take a breath. Go sit down for a minute. Take a breath.
Well, I hit the corner in there. Okay, so.
Oh, it's a walk. We're not out of it yet.
It's been a 20-minute inning. Oh, crap.
No, golly.
Well, we started off with high hopes and kind of went, all right, we're going to see this one through there. I guess you kind of know you're going to be a punching bag. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of our tournaments in Lithuania and France where we just get smoked and be like,
hey, except for that Finnish team that we smashed around the place in France. Come on, bro.
No, I thought it was Belgium.
No, it was France. I was there for that.
France, yes.
Because they were still drunk from the night before. It was like the first game of the day, and they were sitting under trees still drinking beer.
It was an 8 a.m. game. It was a super early game. Remember that?
Yeah, we beat them. That was at the time our first win in Europe. I guess it's a bunch of drunk guys from Finland. Our shit, we're taking it.
Was that France? I assume that was.
No, 100% it was France. It was Rouen because I was there and I wasn't in Belgium.
Huh. Okay. Well, either way, yeah. You know, I have lost in various countries around the Europe, so we're okay. To give you guys an example on this, though, we played.
In playouts, we got out of the first.
Right.
End of the first, GBR 3, Canada 5. Freddie Freeman ground out to the second baseman to end the first.
We were in Lithuania for a tournament, which was probably one of the best holidays we've probably ever had.
I was on a holiday. We were there for a very serious baseball tournament. How dare you?
Yes, that too. Yes, and the 35p beers.
That was good times. I'm going to quickly run and say goodnight to my kids. You can regale stories.
I will tell stories there, and I'll regale the stories of playing baseballs in Lithuania. And we had basically two pitchers for the whole tournament. They had myself and another gentleman, and we thought another guy would be good enough to be able to pitch when needed. And I basically have a rubber arm. Like I can pitch for days and days and days. I would to give you an example. I knew I would throw on a Wednesday. We would throw a batting practice, and I would throw at least 300 pitches. So it'd be probably around 300 and 500 pitches just on Wednesday night batting practice. And then we would have games on a Sunday, and I would pitch my 9 innings I was allocated. But I would also throw batting practice before the game. So I still threw a lot of pitches there. So it doesn't bother me. I can hang there. And we were in Lithuania, and I pitched the first game, and the other guy pitched the second game. And we I don't think he made it through the second game. I'll have to ask when Graham gets back there. Anyway, so we brought in the third guy to see how well he could do. And I think he got 2/3 of an inning and gave up like 7 runs. It was basically crying on the mound. Like he just was not enjoying it at all. So I had to come in and pitch. And I think out of like possible 27 innings, I pitched 24 of them or 22 of them. It was something ridiculous, but yeah, I pitched a lot there. So it was a rather interesting tournament there. And again, you're at the point now where say Team GB was up 3-0 and start the game, and now they're down 5-3. Like it was just one of those things. We were losing games 18-1, 18-2. Like we'd only play our the 10-run mercy rule, and it was just trying to get through those 5 innings because those guys were just so much better than us. They were obviously very well coached, and we were out to have fun. So it was a more of a kind of fun trip. Or the first night we would actually go and make sure we got a good night's sleep and try our best, and then we would see the rest of the competition and go, oh, nope, these guys are really good. And so yes, we would end up doing that. And then just kind of enjoying the rest of the return there. But yes, we did beat the Finnish team, which was fantastic. So we had a lot of fun with that. But yeah, it was these trips are good. So what would usually happen and how we got selected for so many years, because we went 4 years in a row, because what the way it used to work with the British baseball leagues is there's 3 different levels. There's A, B, and a C, and within those A, B, and C, there is 1, 2, and 3. So the top tier teams go all in A1, and then you kind of go down, but you need to make sure you're represented in your spot there. So, 1 year I think we were, I don't know, like 16th or 21st in the league and overall, and no, everyone else said no, we can't go. So we obviously had volunteered to go. I think that was the first year I joined, and it was in France. But then you had times where nobody wanted to go, and so you literally had to. I think we were like the 40th ranked team to go. I was just saying how it used to work with British baseball, where if people wanted to go travel abroad, they would ask the best team out in Britain to go, and then work your way down. And yeah, there was quite a few times where we went because nobody else wanted to go, and we were like, "Yeah, we'll go to our tournament." I think that's something up in Lithuania.
Yeah, that's a good enough reason.
So
hey, let's be fair though. We got there on merit. It was just like, what were we, Pool C? So it was like the lowest level you could actually qualify for a European tournament. But we were getting there on merit.
I think there was a few teams that had said no. I'm trying to think. That would have been 2003 was France. Was Lithuania 2004? No, Belgium, France, Lithuania, Belgium. That's how it went.
Yeah, and I didn't go to either of the Belgium ones. And we had France, and I think Thomas organized the France trip.
It was France was the first full year we played together.
That's right. Yeah,
we all joined when they were in Belgium. So Belgium was the first time they did a European tournament. The France one we went to, and then Lithuania was after that, and then it was back to Belgium, and then because we had gone 4 years in a row and won one game. And they said you no longer can go to these things there. We stopped going. So.
Hey, run on the board. Look at this. So Chavez Young just nicked second. That's for his second stolen base of the game. Trace Thompson coming up clutch after the home run last night. RBI single. GBR 4, Canada 5. This is not done yet. Good to see. This is good to see though, right? Heads haven't gone down. Staying in it, taking your at-bats, getting your swings in. Loving it.
Well, I guess he's fast enough. It was interesting watching that come in there because he kind of slowly took his time coming around. And have you seen this is what I found funny. Have you seen the drinking tea celebration apparently they have?
Oh, please no.
Yep. Yeah.
No. Is that like, that must be a home run thing?
I don't know. It was I caught it somewhere on Twitter real quick. I didn't really pay much attention to it, but I was like, "Oh, right, okay, we're gonna do this. We're all gonna lean heavily into our parents' British heritage.
Yeah. We're really gonna lean into a stereotype by drinking tea. I bet they have got like pinkies out and stuff as well, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh no. What have they had? An inning, and we've had one full inning. We've had 9 runs. This game could go on until tomorrow.
Yes, exactly. I was talking to Lisa before she got sick. What time are you gonna be in? And I said, "Well, I'm hoping it's a 3-hour game, but there's no guarantee of that."
I mean, at least it's not looking like it's going to be a mercy rule job.
That was the one. Is the mercy rule in effect in this or not? So
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
Well, Matt Kopernick. Well, that's I'm trying to figure out which region of Britain he's from with that. I'm guessing it's his mom's side is over here, but he at least looks like a ball player. Like he looks like he could put one out, no problem right now.
Would you like to know where he was born?
My guess is California.
London.
Oh, this is the guy born in London, right?
So he's one of perhaps the only. No, that's not true. There's more. There's, I think, 3 guys on the team who were actually born, who were fully born in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Matt Koperniak, there you go. Born in London in 1998. I can say he was part of the Texas organization.
He's on that Bobby Thompson rule, huh? Where born over here and raised in the States.
That's it. Yeah.
For you guys don't know, we're actually talking about Bobby Thompson, of the player who hit the shot heard around the world. And Bobby was born in Glasgow and then moved over at 2 years old to, I think it's New York. He was raised there. So it's one of those things, I guess, with Scottish baseball, you have to clutch at all the straws you can and hope for the best.
The Staten Island Scot, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, oh
yeah. So Trace Thompson with a steal. Man, we're running on the bases, if nothing else. But then Koperniak struck out right after, so that's unfortunate. But 1 out, runner on second. And your man's at bat, Harry Ford at bat.
Well, good job. I mean, he had that stolen, no problem. They didn't even look at him. So now we'll see that Phil.
It was a ball in the dirt he ran on.
No. Oh, maybe that was it. He got a jump on it.
I think, yeah, because they're not calling it a pass ball. They are calling it a steal. Oh, sorry, they're not calling it a wild pitch. They're calling it a steal, so he must have been on the way. Catcher did a pretty good job to get in front of it.
No.
Oh, yeah, he was well away. He started jogging a second. If he'd been on his horse, he could have... No, third's probably a push. But... 2 on Harry Ford. Come on now.
That's not him. Back, no. I'm trying to read more about Philippe Amante. Let's see where. I completely misspelled the guy's name there. Not even close. Amante. I could have swore he was like a speed skater.
Good eye, kid.
Just got a text from my buddy Manjeet, who was like watching the Canada GB game, who designed the jerseys.
MS Paint designed the jerseys.
I'm actually curious to see what it says on that. So yeah, but I want to say, and I'm trying to pull up the Philippe's Amont there, but yeah, it was.
Have you not tracked him down yet?
I have. I did, but I was trying to remember.
Surely Wikipedia is your place to go, right?
That's where it was there. I'm just trying to see.
It says me who's sitting with the thing.
No, okay, but yes. That's why. He was the 11th overall pick in the 2007 draft. He was a high pick. That's why I knew him. Maybe that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and then
that would have been very Canadian if he had been a speed skater.
He is the third highest Canadian drafted player.
Oh, there's a stat for you. Look at you, Stato.
Yeah. There is.
I'm not quite figured out our roles in this broadcast yet. Who's going to be the play-by-play guy and who's going to do the color? And...
So this is the best part. So obviously I pulled him up now, and it has his baseball reference, his age, his salary, and then Sportsnet comes up. while Philippe Amont gave up pro baseball to become a farmer. So apparently he's a farmer.
He could play for GB with those kind of credentials.
Yeah. Oh.
One of the guys when I was researching the squad for the baseball card series, one of the guys, the only place I managed to find him was on LinkedIn.
Wow,
So, like no Facebook, no. I wasn't really searching Facebook, but Harry Ford struck out. So he's now 0 for the tournament. Or stud guy. Never mind. No Twitter, no Instagram I could find. And like I said, I actually found him on LinkedIn. I think he's like a financial advisor or something. I can't remember who it was either before you asked me which one it was. But yeah, I had to blow some dust off some dark and dusty corners of the internet trying to find some information on some of these guys.
But it's fun. I mean, like I said, it's
kind of fun. Yeah.
You know, to go, okay, this is what the guy does. You know, I mean, oh gosh, Harry Ford struck out a terrible pitch.
Yeah, he's 0 for the tournament.
He's 0
for 4 last night, 0 for 2 tonight.
But to be fair, like he is going to in probably single A for the Mariners this year, so he might be. I mean, you're talking about a guy who was a never well. He said a draft pick higher than himself, and you know, even he might be out of baseball and farming, but he still saw some innings of Major League Baseball. I mean, I guess the example of that is say like Big Gabriel. I mean, he played in rookie ball for the Mariners, but we're blowing his arm out. The difference between him and you know, like that, despite the fact he hadn't played in years, you know, he could still play. It was not a problem for him to kind of just pick up a bat and go. You know, he is a solid player, or you know, guys that played college ball, like there is that jump, and you just every level you get to, it's just that little bit harder and a little bit harder. And yeah, I'm guessing Ford was our pick last year. Yeah, I think it was last year was our pick. So I think he's like 19. So
Nick Ward has popped out to Abraham Toro. We're now in the middle of the second. So GB got a run back. We still trail 5-4.
I'm curious. I said, you know, the one thing they haven't done is they haven't really shown the crowd. And now I see that there's some people over there with some GB flag hats on there, but
I saw
the out there. There's someone in a Team GB jersey, so
plenty of people in the on social media yesterday. The old Union Jack suits on and that. You know, oh, God. So at least they're not sitting in the stands saying "Barmy Army." You know what I mean?
So to be fair, like they went to go see that. One guy is Gav, who runs the Reds account over here, and oh gosh, another guy's from Liverpool and is on the Trojans there. His name's escaping me there. I should know this. Both good guys. Both wanted to go do it. I mean, to be fair, like spring training is awesome.
Yeah, because there's plenty. I mean, it's pretty handy. This game's at Chase Field in Arizona because, like, so you've got all the Cactus League stuff, or a whole lot of Cactus League stuff you could go and see as well.
Problem being, it's all at the same time. So you can't be like, okay, I'm gonna go watch Team GB and then go catch like the Padres. Like they're all at the same time. Like,
yeah.
There's not much you can do. But yes, funny around, I was kicking around that idea of
7 p.m.
getting the guys together and going to the Cactus League next year, or at some point in time, because we do have a place to stay.
That would be kind of cool. I think I would die if I went to Arizona.
But to be fair, it's only like 24 degrees now, right now. Hold on.
That's not too bad. I could probably deal with that. This appears to be the only game on at the moment. Is there not even spring training stuff on right now?
Yeah, so it is 76 there. What is 76 in Celsius? How can I change it?
If you're watching along with us, enjoying the game so far, how do you think it's going to go? What's going to happen in the next inning?
No.
We should be running bets. We should be doing live betting or something. Maybe we really would get kicked off Twitch if we started doing that nonsense. But...
so it's 24 degrees in Arizona right now.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No. So it's just a matter if we want.
There are spring training games on right now.
Oh yeah. Like I was checking in the Phillies game. We're not there.
Toronto beat the Phillies 8-3. Cleveland KC's in the top of the first. Dodgers Reds is in. Oh, I've just lost it. It's just scrolled. That was silly. Dodgers Reds 0-0 in the middle of the first. Oh, and that's it. Oh no, San Diego and Oakland are in warm-ups. Oakland at the Giants, middle of the first. No runs. Texas against Seattle, no runs.
No, they would have just started now.
Same idea. Spring training games just getting underway. Back to the action. So Op is still on the mound for us.
I mean, with a name like Op, I mean, his nickname's got to be Naughty by Nature. Like,
it's got to be, right? It's got to be, yeah.
You can't have a name like that, and unless it's something lame like Opper or something,
Yeah, or Oppie.
Yeah,
Oppie or something.
Just because, like, you've got to just be Naughty by Nature. You can't be anything else there. But yeah, no, I would. No, we're all of a certain age now and have a certain income that we could go and stay at my dad's house and go see some games.
I'd be down for that, man. That'd be pretty cool.
So, because it would be easier to go to Phoenix than it would be to the Grapefruit League because it's spread out far. I mean, I know we've got friends in both places, but
it also gives me a whole calendar year to earn enough wife brownie points that I could probably get away with that.
Well, I've already bridged the gap on Chicago.
Wow, my jury's out in Chicago, but we'll see.
And it was more of like, how do you plan to pay for it? And I was like, I might have to sell a card.
Well, that's true. Yeah, we've got the old Otani card could fund that trip, couldn't it?
Yeah, and that could fund the trip.
I'm glad we didn't sell that in the depths of the off season, especially as he seems to be setting the world on fire during this particular tournament again.
Yeah, so we could use that to fund a trip to the National. So I
could be flying business class for that thing, man. Come on.
But yes, we'll talk about this off the air, and we'll give you details about that. But yes, we have accommodations and potentially press passes.
Ooh.
Yeah. So and I was told that we'd be invited along to meet all the people that were there. Like that. So it's like, oh man, like if you come through, like this could be
that sounds pretty. Yeah, let's talk about this off air.
Yes. So
there's obviously one very big roadblock to me being able to afford to do this, but
yes.
But yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah,
we can talk about that. That'd be kind of money, but because somebody wants to sponsor this particular podcast.
that was the thing. I mean, like Lisa's like, well, I can see where you want to go, and I was like, yeah, I can see that. But like the biggest hurdle was obviously paying for accommodations, and we've got that sorted now. He was saying that Cleveland's not that great, so he said skip Cleveland if you can, and he had skipped last year at Atlantic City. He said it was rubbish. So said everyone he talked to said it was just not good at all. So I'm kind of like, well, Chicago.
It's Chicago this year, Chicago, isn't it?
Yep, it sure is. So, but yes, it's the same roadblock you have. I have a big announcement at work tomorrow.
So yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Might be the same boat.
Let's put these plans on the back burner until we figure out the next few weeks, right?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I have fun to do. So so it was interesting to just get that insight to, seeing it from different sides. And obviously, the biggest thing I got. So we have to get Glenn back on and chat to him about it. But they said the biggest thing is everything doubles in price at the National, and they expect you to haggle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
But that was interesting because I wouldn't have thought like. I mean, it's a card show. I remember haggling in a card show as well too. But
yeah, I think I would sell more than buy. But
yeah, that's kind of it.
It looks like Cam Up has walked the first couple of batters, so we have a mound visit ongoing.
Is there a height restriction to these guys? Like all these guys are not that big.
Height restriction. Oh my god.
I mean, can we only afford guys that were 6 feet and below? I mean, look at these guys. It's like they look tiny.
Well, looking at the pitch tracker on game day, if that first pitch was really called a ball, that is outrageous. Must be a hell of a slider. Confuse the umpire like that. Jesus.
So my buddy Majid, who is Canadian, he's trying to say the GB obviously lives here too. The GB teams are worse. So I'm about to argue with him about the Canadian stripes are worse, and he didn't realize Freddie Freeman was Canadian. So, that's a.
Oh, here we go. We just rolled a pair. That's what we need. Lopez grounds into a double play. Shortstop to first baseman. Tyler O'Neill at third. Jared Young out at second. It sounds like a bloody comedy play again. Unless it was unassisted by the shortstop or something. I'm waiting on the highlight. I need like a proper scorecard. Like a. I used to enjoy sitting scoring a game. Anyway, so, two outs in this inning. Oh, in play runs straight away, and then the next pitch. Abraham Toro ropes a double to the left fielder. Tyler O'Neill scores. Canada up 6-4.
There is a really cool company that do square scorecards.
Oh.
I'll have to send it to you. Let me look it up there. And it's one of those things I want to get. It's kind of trying to hold off till I go stateside, so that way I can pick up a few things there and not overwhelm my brother.
Oh, mound visit. So we've got a pitch and change incoming for Team GB. After 25 pitches, Op is done for the day. I wonder who they're going to bring in. Well, Akil Morris finishes the day, giving up 4 hits, 5 earned for a 67.5 ERA. That's unfortunate. Mackenzie Mills has come in for Team GB. Mackenzie has already featured in our review or look at the squad through their baseball cards. Oh, I've said that out loud, and I think I've just told a lie. No, he did. Yeah, I did. I did feature him. Because he was announced as a starter last night on MLB. No, or was it Daniel Cooper? No, it was Cooper. Why did I do Mackenzie Mills so early? I don't know. Must just feel like changing it up. All right, Mackenzie Mills in. Cam up, done for the day.
All right.
Great Britain down 6-4.
I'm just giving a friend of mine, a Canadian friend of mine, who'd posted about how the Team GB the uniforms are typed in Arial and put on a uniform. So knowing that she's Canadian, I said those Canadian stripes are absolutely terrible. So I'm curious if she gets back to me or not. So she's a lovely woman who owns a shop in Canada and does some really good stuff there. But yeah, it's funny. That's interesting. Have you been following all the BSUK posts of people wishing Team GB good luck?
No, I have not.
Well, it's great. It's lovely. There was somebody.
I sense an edge of sarcasm in your tone. you don't call things lovely very much. That's what's thrown me.
I'm trying to be positive there, but it's very. The people they picked, I don't know, was it for a reason or not, because there's a woman. I don't even know what her name is, but she's like that. Her handle is that British Mets girl, and I was like, who is this person? I've never heard of this person at all, and I like to think I know who most of the people out in the community are, because obviously I have the Twitter account there and try to keep my eye on stuff there. Never heard of her, and knowing that
it's Instagram, is it?
It's they're putting it on all the socials there, but yeah.
No, I bet she's Instagram though.
Yes, yeah, she's on Instagram there and Twitter.
And Twitter. I was surprised you don't know none.
But I think maybe it was Twitter or something. But I knowing that 2 of the biggest Met fans are female, it's Tracy and Joe. I was surprised that they weren't asked to do it, where some random other Mets fan was.
Yeah, I think BBF or BBF or whoever's overseeing this. There's a few things. I mean, we've discussed. I mean, like I said, the difficulty that we had, like I say, in trying to track some of these guys down on social media. I'm not saying that you should force people to. You should force these guys to have social media profiles, but you'd like to think that they would push their players a little bit more, or promote them a little bit more than they have been, make them slightly easier to find. Even if somebody sat, how difficult it would be for a social media manager to sit and create Wikipedia pages for the 2/3 of the team that don't have Wikipedia pages. Just simple stuff like that. Naylor strikes out swimming. We're in the end of the second. GB trailing 6-4.
Tough because it's not necessarily their responsibility. And again, it's a terribly underfunded institution.
They are. That's true. Yeah.
So, there's only so much you can do there.
Just little things like that,
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that's why we're getting engagement in things, because we've actually taken the time to go, look, here's the team. Here's their cards. If you want to get some cards from this team there, I mean, if you're tracking people's LinkedIn profiles.
Oh, man, I was going deep.
Mm-hmm. So, it's quite interesting, but yeah, just one of these things where, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to look up this damn.
Now go for it. I'm going to look at the current odds in this game. If you like a gamble, in play.
And again, like trying to get stuff for Team GB is almost impossible. Like it should be easy. You should just be able to sell it anytime. Pick it up.
I saw they launched a shop, but did you see the URL that they chose for the shop?
Oh god, it's like
great-britain-baseball-shop.com. Like, are you actually? Come on, boomer! It's like who the hell came up with that?
GB
URL?
Baseball Shop's all you needed.
Yeah, or just surely GB Baseball has a website, and then you just go /shop. I mean, holy bones! I mean, at least it wasn't a gbaseball.myshopify or something, which would have been horrific. At least they spent the £12 to get a URL. Mm-hmm. But golly.
Nope, absolutely.
All right, Great Britain are currently oh no, that's not right.
Well, I'm doing well. I put a Will Ferrell post up today and it does well. Imagine that. I want to see scorecard. What do they call it? I've been trying to track this thing down. I can't remember what it is there. Man, it was a really cool scorecard. Man, but it was cool. It was like a proper book. You can open it up, and it was a square scorecard. And it just looked really cool and handy.
That is quite cool. Because one thing about scorecards, they're big.
Yeah. There we go. They're talking about Drew Spencer here on there, and they're showing him his time at Dartmouth and how he's from Northern California. I almost said North Carolina, but that's not it. I'm going to do a deep dive now.
Jesus, there are so many things you can bet on these games. It's unbelievable.
What do you think about betting on? What do you think?
Well, I was just looking for like a game winner, but because it's in play, I've got access to all the in-play markets as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not offering. Someone bet 365. Other betting companies are available. Oh, I'm not paying any attention. PJ Murray hits a double. Here we go. Off to the races already. This is like neither team wants to play defense in this game.
This is going to be a high-scoring game. There, it's going to be one of these like 16-12 kind of games.
Yeah. Well, let's look at total runs then. I saw total runs. Team totals. Here we go. Canada to score. So the over-under in Canada is 11.5 for runs. So they're pretty much evens to score 12 runs in this game.
I just think I got a message from the friend I was giving abuse from about how she didn't like the Team GB ones and the Canada ones are terrible.
Oh, this is gross. Canada are 8-5 on to win by more than 4 runs. That's not very kind. Great Britain are 18-1 to win right now.
There you go. I guess you go put a dollar on it. You're all right.
Well, the over-under in GB is 6.5 runs. What have they got now? 4. We're only in the frickin' third. So if you take the over on that, you're getting 23, 20-23. That's pretty rough odds.
I think I'm getting abused here. Nope. Someone else is there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got an unread message or something. Yeah, Manjeet's like, and I will be rushing out to get a Canada jersey anytime soon, so, which I totally understand where he's coming from. I'm gonna just Google square baseball scorecards.
Oh, we've got a pinch hitter. So Jaden Rudd is out of the game, being replaced by Deshaun Knowles.
Right. I found it 7-2 double play, and I'm going to send you this copy of this because if you want to order one, I will order one, and we can do a joint order. I'll pick one up in the States for you and bring it back. And they do a square card. So yes, so if you're watching the game and you have your phone in your hand,
and play runs,
72doubleplay.com. They do square scorecards, and I think they're super cool.
It looks like so Deshaun Knowles comes in as a pinch hitter in the game. First pitch he sees hits a line drive double to center field. Tyler O'Neill to center fielder Tyler O'Neill, I should say. BJ Murray Jr. scores to make it Canada 6, GB 5. This game's going to end up like 64-60 or something, isn't it?
Well, for all these like high scoring games, this is your game.
Like, this is like actual drama. I mean, it must have been pretty exciting last night when GB went up 1-0 over USA and held that lead for pretty much 2 innings. But this is like back and forward craziness.
Oh, he's drinking tea.
Oh, they need to knock that off.
Yeah, he's drinking tea.
I'm not on board with the drinking tea celebration.
Oh man, it's bad. Yeah, he kind of dips the tea bag and then drinks his tea.
Jesus.
I mean, where is Deshaun Knowles from? That's the real question.
Where's Deshaun Knowles from? Good question. Let's find out.
He's got to be like.
I tell you, the GB team's got some speed. Like,
I got a feeling that like he's a Virgin Islands kind of guy.
You're very close. Bahamas.
Okay, yeah. So, all right, fair enough.
Who is he with? Tri Valley is.
Yep, they're showing us that he's dipping it in. He's got the pinky out and everything.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. The tea drinking celebration, I would put it above the Padres with their stupid necklace thing.
Oh, the swag chain. No.
Yeah, it's above the swag chain for me. It's above the shopping cart. Is that Boston that has the shopping cart?
Yeah, Boston has a shopping cart.
Yeah, so it's above the shopping cart for me as well. I can't think of any more that are. See, a classy baseball organization such as the New York Yankees would never be caught doing such heinous things. Oh, they're talking about the cup of tea thing. Oh no! I saw one of the tweets from the Diamondbacks that was doing the rounds yesterday. Obviously, this game being played at the Diamondback Stadium. They were saying that if it was a picture of somebody holding a tea bag, and there's a swimming pool in the outfield at Chase Field. So they were saying if the tweet got 1,776 retweets, they would throw the tea into the swimming pool, which is obviously like a reference to the Boston Tea Party, which triggered, of course, the War of Independence. But Boston Tea Party was in 1773, so get it up, yeah. Some social media intern didn't quite do their research on that, but
Close enough. It was the right century. That's all that matters.
That's the right century. Yeah. If you're going to troll like that, you at least need to be historically accurate with your troll.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that one there. So you got the decade right. You got to give him some.
Got the decade right, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, you would have asked me 1773.
Stealing, well, just made it. Well, it's not quite the cardinal sin because it's got caught.
No.
Got caught stealing.
I think he's
oh,
safe.
my stream's almost caught up with game day.
Well,
He didn't make the third out at third base, but did make the second out try to steal third.
I'm trying to see the viewer. No, it looked like he was safe. So.
Oh, he is safe.
Yep.
Do they have review in this?
I don't know. It looks like they were showing the review. Let's see.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, they're going to review it.
No, so I think and like I said, here's your chance to have some cool shoes. Nope, no cool shoes.
I tell you, the hoodie doesn't look awful.
The hoodie? Who is there? Hoodie?
Yeah. So the coach you just called the replay has got a GB hoodie on. I mean, to be fair, it looks like the jersey, but for whatever reason, that font and that it looks better on a hoodie than it does in the baseball jersey.
I mean, fair. It looks like an old Yankees or Red Sox 1920s style jersey. Yeah. But it's just not great. I mean, look at what people have these days, and like you look at like the Venezuelans and the Dominican Republics, and there's lots of colors and flair to it. It's like, yep, these are boring.
They could have gone wild with it. They could have done like Savannah Banana type, and like have like the Union Jack as like the jersey. You know, it could have been total wild. So
yep, yeah.
Maybe they weren't allowed to do that.
They played it safe, which is fine. People play it safe all the time. But I guess now with these days of
what Great Britain challenged the play, the call on the field was upheld. Yep. Sean Knowles caught stealing third base.
I'm guessing there's about another view we're not getting that they don't have the feed from.
They were saying that if that stolen base had stood, that would have been the 6th steal in this game, which would have been a record.
Wow.
Oh, innings now finished. Now in the middle of the third, Great Britain still trailing 6-5. How have they called that out?
You know, the one thing that really bugs me now is these hats. They have something on every side.
Yeah, that's true. Like the Union Jack, the flag on the side feels like a bit much. You got the New Era logo on the other side, of course, and then the World Baseball Classic thing on the back.
On the back, yeah. I'm not a fan of that. I'm much more. I mean, no matter where you look there, but yeah, like the side patches. I hate side patches, and I think I'm gonna go and at some point in time, probably this summer when I go back home, is spring for a what do you call it? A thread cutter, whatever it is. There, the Paul Lucas thread cutter, so I can start pulling all new air off of my hats.
Your good lady wife is into the haberdashery. Does she not have something
she is,
to pick them off with?
I'm sure. Yeah, we can make that one of our our knit nights, and she can be knitting, and I can go in and pick off all the new era stuff off of it.
I'm gonna go on record and say that is a horseshit call. That
controversial.
Yeah. It's horseshit. Goodness.
But I think with more Nike stuff coming out and it becoming cheaper and cheaper, and especially the Mariners have a City Connect jersey coming out. I want to hate it.
It's going to be really cool, though, isn't it?
No, so there's already been the socks are terrible. If the socks that I think
nobody gives a shit about the socks.
Oh my gosh, the socks are like Mount Rainier. It was leaked in the socks there. The Mariners is in the font style of the Seattle Pilots, so it should be a baby blue, and it should be in the style of the Seattle Pilots, and it might be all right. But the socks are just terrible. I'll have to see if I can find it real quick. And what the hell is
Oh,
going
hang
on?
on. I'll see if I can get it. I'll put it in this tab real quick. Mariners.
Oh, California. Oh gosh, how weird. So there was a commercial for California on there, and it had Brandon Crawford, a giant, enormous Brandon Crawford diving over the Golden Gate Bridge. I was a little confused there. I don't know where the feed is that I'm watching from, but yeah, I was like, oh boy. I have to see if I can find these stupid socks. It'll be in the UK Mariner group there.
Fudge is this?
Oh my gosh.
Oh. I found everything apart from the socks.
Wow, they're still hiking. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at Facebook now and just realized a friend is still hiking in Spain. They've been there for like 6 weeks.
Seem to have a lot of people who have done concepts.
Oh, is that a home run? Gone. Who hit that? Someone just hit a shot at deep center.
Owen Casey.
And he just realized he can slow it down. He was running as fast as he could. Now pull out the jean jacket and put it on him, because they've got a jean jacket in the clubhouse to put on.
Oh my God! Is that going to be the Canadian home run celebration? They're going to pull out the double denim.
And then there's like a barrel of maple syrup, and they're gonna like.
There's it's a moonshot. Oh, I can see why he's running it out, because it looked a bit like a pop up.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow, he smoked that though, in miles.
I mean, yeah, he got hold of it. I mean, it's right down the middle.
Yeah, he sprint around all the bases. Yeah.
Let's see, is it?
It's a big boy home run.
Regardless if it's a home, I mean, the dude's gonna run around. Oh, no, so he took a nice little trot, and then no, it's not a home run, and it takes off. There we go. That's why he's running now.
My name is Link on Twitch is asking about our heritage. So Jason is American. I am not. I am from God's country, Scotland. But we both claim. Well, you're a nationalized citizen now, right? You've passed.
I am a dual citizen. Yeah.
You probably know more about the history of this country than I do, because you had to do the citizenship test, and I have no clue about the shit that's on the citizenship test.
So I'm not getting the. Oh gosh, I'm not getting that question on here.
Are you not?
Showing up on Twitch.
There you go.
All right, there we go. Funny. I must have to refresh my feed. So no. Yes, I'm a Seattle, hence the Mariner outfit, and yep, I've been here for. Oh, there we go. Oh, showing up now. There we go. So yes, yep, born and raised in Seattle, Northwest guy, and then I moved to Scotland on a 2-week holiday in 2003, and come May, 20 years for me.
Yeah, there you go. 20 years.
So,
but yeah, friends used to play baseball. While studying in Scotland. You're Canadian. Oh, that's cool. Where'd you study about then? So yeah, Jason and I played baseball in the early 2000s for the Edinburgh Diamond Devils baseball team. So that's our playing chops.
I wonder if that's Chad, the Canadian guy, Chad from Glasgow. I wonder just because the guy says he's Canadian, because the only Canadian I know is
he says my name's Link. So that's the username anyway.
Right now.
Oh, your friend's over there right now. Oh, I got you.
All right. Oh yeah. So where's he located? What city? Is he in? Glasgow, Edinburgh, Dundee, Aberdeen? And we'll see if we know who they is. Like I said, it's also a shot in the dark for me as well, because I don't really know it. I think Glasgow. Okay.
Oh,
so that I don't know.
What's Canadians are taking a leaf out of our book, and they're starting to steal bases. So that's now 6 steals in the game, which they're saying is a record for a World Baseball Classic game.
Okay, there we go.
I think Glasgow. His name's Sohail.
No, I don't know how to say. But I will ask my other podcasting partner if he knows him.
Oh, yes, a shout. Yeah, message John. Yeah. Edouard Julien takes the walk for Team Canada. Still up 7-5. Runners on first and second. Still no outs in the bottom of the third. We are going to get 400 runs in this game. I can tell already. So Jason as well. My name is Link, former president of Baseball Scotland. So we know we have contacts across all the teams. I also used to play for the Aberdeen baseball teams. I played for Edinburgh and Aberdeen. So yeah, Jason's still very heavily involved in baseball here in Scotland. I've taken a bit of a hiatus from it, but considering getting back involved again. Nice to have you with us anyway. How are you feeling about Team Canada's chances? You guys have been playing pretty well. Is this Canada's first game? Did they play last night as well?
I have no idea. I've kept a sort of eye on spring training and a sort of eye on the World Baseball Classic. I saw that Japan had qualified through, but
you can tell I've done like John Motson levels of preparation for this live stream. I know absolutely nothing about what's going on.
Yeah, I haven't been following any of this stuff now. It's most likely after St. Patrick's Day, I'll pay attention to things. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, like it's time for a patio dirt to make an appearance. Isn't it? So this is Canada's first game. Colombia and USA both won their first game. So Great Britain, with a real harsh turnaround, played basically this morning, 2 a.m., and they're playing again tonight. So they're Team GB getting the shitty end of this particular scheduling stick.
So John, my other podcasting guy from Glasgow, who would know anybody there, he said he's not on the comments. He doesn't know anybody by that name, but there's a chance that he might play for the Galaxy. So
got you, yeah.
So no way to watch. Well, welcome to our world. Yes, my name is Link. Yes,
yeah. If you go to
streams.
What's happened to the stream? Yeah, we're not watching a legitimate stream either.
Yes.
If you go search on YouTube, there's at least one person streaming it on YouTube, and that's what we're watching. But yeah, it's unfortunately, but it's blacked out here in the UK because it's being shown live on one of our sports channels, being shown live on BT Sport. So it's blacked out. If you have ESPN Player, I believe it's been shown on ESPN Player. We were trying to VPN to it, but it's not doing that. Oh, I've got Andre Scrub's on. I should go and dig out all my autographed Andre Scrub cards that I have. It looks like where's the chat for this? We're gonna run out of pictures.
Right. Right. So yeah, so check your phone and then you go look at those Mariners socks and you can see why I think the socks are terrible.
I shall do that here shortly. I need to find the chat for the stream.
So I'm going to ask you, Link, there. Is gay because Graham's going, what the fuck? So there is a new baseball team in Glasgow called the Sunflowers, and it is a LGBTA made up team. So John's asking if maybe he plays for them. No, that's all right. John's very confused by this. He's like, but then John's not playing this year. So if your friend is brand new playing to the league, then he's probably playing with oh, he doesn't think he plays. Oh, right. Okay. Well, if he does like to play, then he absolutely should play. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, it is a good time. Like it is literally for the love of the game. I hadn't played for 8 years, and I literally started playing with Graham. And we have a group of friends of us, 5 of us, that all joined. Well, 4 of us all joined in the same kind of 2-3 week time, and then Ross joined the next year. And yeah, blast, absolute blast. Good way to meet people. Everyone's super friendly. Yeah, I mean, I would not have been 20 years in Scotland if it wasn't for Graham and the rest of the guys.
Wow, that's awfully kind of. Oh my God, we've got bases loaded now. We know that.
Oh, okay. We got some Cub prospect in the stands who's super excited. Pete Crow Armstrong. Now that's gonna be a guy who's gonna have one heck of a uniform.
Pete Crow Armstrong is one of the top guys in who was drafted in 2021. Was with Mets. He's now with the Twins.
Cubs.
Sorry, Cubs. You just said Cubs, didn't you?
Yeah. And
is your stream still working?
Well, it's 10 Andre Scrub. So man, the names here are just fantastic. So yeah,
seems to be working.
So I'm obviously all right. It's Tyler O'Neill up. That's why I'm looking at the live score and I'm watching my game, and obviously the scores don't match up. So I'm about to see what's going to happen.
Has your stream got like a thing in it that says can't show it on YouTube because it'll get copyright, but there's a link to it in the live chat?
No.
Maybe you've got a different stream to me.
What's that?
You must be watching a different stream to me.
Oh yeah, like I've got the feed. I got the FS1 feed
on YouTube.
No, I'll send you to where I've got my link from.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you. Oh yeah, those socks aren't terrible.
Oh, they're terrible.
No.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. It's got Mount Rainier on it.
Yeah, it reminds me of the. Oh dear, Tyler O'Neill doubles on a sharp line drive to center, clearing the bases.
I can see the score here, and then I'm watching that, and I'm like, oh, something's about to happen. Okay, here we go.
You're distracting me. I'm looking at stuff on my phone.
Yep. So now it's
okay.
I there's a good chance there's the mercy rules going to kick in. They're not kicking after 5 innings or 7.
I believe it's 7. If you're up by 10 after 7.
I mean, like I said, it's good experience. Like I said, people are clearly excited, but I think with the UK audience, they're pretty much excited at everything. I mean, I remember during the pandemic how excited they were for Korean baseball. Like, they were just going nuts for it.
Yeah, that's true. Any kind of baseball.
Yep. They were. I remember that. I was like, I couldn't get into it, but yeah, they were all about watching Korean baseball at 10 o'clock in the morning. So there was baseball, which I can totally understand. Like I said, I guess it would have been different, or I wasn't working during the pandemic and just watching the kids, or you could actually be at home working and go, oh, I can actually watch a baseball game. Sorry, they were showing the crowds there. So I don't know if the 2 guys from Edinburgh are at this game, but I think they are. They were at the game last night. But I don't know if at the game today. And but yeah, the one
moderately easy to spot them. But
yes, the one thing we haven't seen yet is flags. Where are all the flags?
Well, yeah, that's what I thought. Because I figured if there was like Scotland flags and stuff knocking about, you'd be able, like they would show them at least. But
yeah. Maybe they're waiting for, knowing they have to fill up 7 innings of content. Maybe they're waiting for later that. Don't want to blow your load right in the first inning here.
That's a good point.
So this guy's interesting. Otto Lopez is up the plate now. So he got a bit of playing time last year with Bo Bichette being hurt. But he's one of the prospects for the Blue Jays here. So I'm curious to see how he does there. There was talk of the Mariners trading for him, so I guess that's what I'm like. Is he any good? Is he not? They found, there you go. Of course, they show a Canadian guy with the flag. And he's waving away. So, yeah. Yeah, politely, by the way, politely.
Of course, he's waving politely. Like saying that Europeans are superior sports fans. I don't know about superior sports fans. We come up with better songs to sing. I'll tell you that for nothing. How does this website of yours work?
But I think it's also the same thing where games are, football games are only twice a week, so you don't have to give up 6 or 7 days a week watching sports. I mean, if you put that up there with, say, the NFL, then it would be a very interesting comparison. Oh, apparently, oh, wow. Apparently, they just dropped the Blue Cheese in Edinburgh in the feed.
Did they really?
Yes, I'm.
Another man was still only one out in the bottom of the third. Golly.
Well, apparently Buck Martinez is doing the feed there.
Yeah, he's doing the FS1.
I'm just trying to figure out.
It feels like the old international feeds you used to get for the World Series. It would always be Buck Martinez, and
that's true.
It's giving me those kind of vibes.
I'm just gonna.
Oh, hang on, I gotta go. Hang on.
Oh no! All right. So what we got up here? Abraham Toro used to play for the Mariners. Talking about that there. So yeah, it's really odd to kind of. I've got the game on very quietly, so I'm really not listening to a whole lot there. But I much prefer to listen to a game than actually watch a game. So, but there we go. Abraham Toro showing. That's what it is. They're showing him as an Astro because yes, he was an Astro originally, and the family's all super excited for him. But yeah, traded to the Mariners, and then now he plays for Milwaukee, and he became part of the Colton Wong trade. So. Huh, okay. Let's try to think. Is there any other games on now? Let's see. Let's check to see the scores of any other games on. I'm assuming that there would be something else. That's what they're talking about. Abraham Toro. He had a home run to win the game. So, on the no hitter. So that's pretty cool. Cool. Well, no other games today. Or no other current games on, but there is the Venezuela Puerto Rico game, Mexico USA, and then Australia Czech Republic game later. So I will not be staying up for any of those because they're way past my bedtime. But okay. And then what about tomorrow? What's tomorrow's schedule like? Starting lineups, shop, auction, prospect ranking, baseball savant, standings and bracket. They surely must have all the scores. Nope, they just say the quarterfinals start on Thursday and Saturday. And quarterfinals one are on Thursday in Tokyo, and then the Miami. So Oh, interesting. So if you win Pool C, who are based in Phoenix, and Pool D is based in Florida, then you have to go to Miami for the games there. So where's the final at? So the final's in Florida. Well, that makes sense. There you go. Full schedule. There we go. Okay, tomorrow's game. So you have Korea versus China, Dominican Republic versus Nicaragua, Colombia versus GB, which is actually at a good time. So that's actually on at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. I'm assuming that's the case there because the U.S. just had daylight savings, so it could be at 7. They haven't updated it. Israel, Puerto Rico, and Canada versus USA. So, it'll be interesting to see if they have changed that or not. Hopefully, they have.
Teeny me.
Everything okay? I can hear it from here. I can hear it from over here.
Oh, so that was an event. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. I was just kind of going through the rest of the games tonight and then the games tomorrow. So I didn't realize the finals being played in Miami. So it'll be the Marlins.
That's true. Yeah, they're very excited about it. Yeah, Marlins social media is very excited about the fact that the finals being held there.
That's because they mean they'll have more than 4,000 people in the stadium.
Probably. Oh, hey, we got to the end of the third and we're only down by 5.
Interesting chat, obviously, with Lou, and he was saying that expansion will happen at some point, and Vegas and Nashville are the ones that are going to do it.
MLB have been high on Nashville for quite a while now.
Yeah,
it's a very trendy place to be, I guess.
So I don't know. I've never spent any time in that neck of the woods in the States. Obviously, it's far away there, but apparently with the ownership group and everything that's there, they are like good to go. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like we need another East Coast team. You know, where are you going to put them? What division are they going in?
Well, I have to be honest and say my geography sucks. I don't really know where Tennessee is. But
East Coast.
Okay.
So think south of New York and north of Florida.
I mean, you make a good point. Yeah, we can't have them.
So then do you go to say like regional then? Because you can, in theory, have a Southwest division and have Tampa Bay, Miami, Atlanta, and Tennessee in there.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, if you talk about like realigning, say the Rays, but I mean, because then you could have like a Northeast League of, say, Baltimore, New York, Washington, Philly, Boston kind of thing. I don't know how they would do it all, but Nashville just, I don't know. But then like Vegas, he's like, yeah, everyone's sold on Vegas. And I'm like, that's just, to me, and you've been there, you know, it's high desert. So it's Colorado 2.0.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You know, and I say the Lynx saying bring back the Expos. Yeah. No, I'm all for the Expos there. I think Canada deserves a second team there, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Oh, look at that. Hey, Jossie's in there. He's watching this too. Cool. It's nice to see you guys are in. But yeah, it said just there's no ownership group up in that area. And as much as they want to bring, so the early termination rule, it's come up there. If I lead by 15 after 5, that
15 after 5. Golly.
Yep.
Well, do you know what? Well, I mean, they're only up by 5. But then that's very unkind because we've not had GB haven't had a scoreless inning yet. It's still they've scored a run in every inning so far.
Oh, look at that. And Matt's in here. Matt's in. How you doing, Matt? So you just missed the chat. I was talking about Lou and how Lou was saying that the next teams, if they do that, would be Vegas and Nashville. So yeah, they are surprised at the support for Vegas, But then that doesn't surprise me. The Raiders always kind of traveled well. And I guess if I was a Raiders fan from Oakland or LA, I mean, LA is only a 3-hour drive. Like, why wouldn't you go party in Vegas and watch an NFL game?
Yeah, it would be good times, right?
You know, even Oakland is probably like an hour and a half flight. And you can make a weekend of that. I mean, you literally could get off work 5 o'clock, catch a flight at 8, be in Vegas and like on the strip by 10. Check your hell, party in a weekend, catch your NFL game at 1, be done at 4, catch a 9 o'clock flight and be home at like midnight.
Yeah, I think NFL games lend themselves really well to Vegas because, like you say, you can treat it like a party, like an event.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only 8 of them. You know, you'll only get 8 home games. So, you know, it can be 8 massive events. You can plan around it. Baseball, as we know, is different. You're going to have 81 games to play in the Nevada desert. Like, is that sustainable? I mean, yes, they've had minor league teams in there. I'm aware.
Do the T thing again. He's doing the T thing. And my feed went down.
He's doing the T thing on a single?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. No, this is the worst because of the Dodgy stream, and then I have to go through about 10 pop-ups for it.
On that website you sent me, after clicking 700 times, closing 419 pop-ups, I think I've finally found a working stream.
It's the worst. I fully admit to, like, it is crap. But once you get through it, you're going through it. That's why I'm gutted that the stream.
I'm on an iPad with no ad blocker, so that's probably why. If I was doing it on my machine, it'd probably be better. Right, here we go. Right, now I can settle back in. My kid just woke up screaming her head off, which is why I went scarpering out the room. So Blythe, my youngest child, who has just turned 7, she's got an Alexa in her room, and it just randomly started speaking. And I think she must have been in that kind of dozing off stage where it scared the absolute piss out of her, and she was screaming the place down, which is why I went scarpering away. And now I've got the stream back up. So now I'm settled. I'm comfortable. I'm back. I'm not distracted now. Imagine that, Matt, coming in here flaunting your podcast name. How rude. All right, we're settled. We're back.
I'm good. I'm back. That was not too bad.
We're back.
But yeah,
so where are we? All right, runner on, no outs, top of the 4th. Down 5.
I mean, I get it. I mean, there's 3 shifts in Vegas. You know, it's the day shift, the night shift, and the overnight shift. You know,
is that the lap dancers you're talking about again?
I'm talking about Vegas.
Yeah, the lap dancers. They work in 8-hour shifts. Come on, man. Keep up.
I was trying to let that go under the bridge. But yeah. But you know that there's a million people and families there. They obviously, most people aren't from Vegas. You know, they clearly are from around the U.S. and, you know, have disposable income to spend on it. You know, they potentially could do it, but yeah, I'm just, you know, if it's not a dome stadium, you're in trouble. And you know, it's high desert. You're at 4,000 or 5,000 feet up in the mountains. Like, the ball is going to travel. I'm not sure. Like, I mean, it's you know, it's the problem with the Rockies. Like, who's signing with the Rockies unless you are a Larry Walker,
Chris Bryant.
Yeah. Well, that's worked out really well for him so far. You know.
Yeah. They've got Charlie Blackmon as well. It's just they were starting to build something with Arenado and Charlie Blackmon, who took that hometown discount 10-year deal, like, well, maybe 3-4 seasons ago. So it felt like they were starting to build something, and then they traded Arenado, and that was the end of it.
For nothing. They sent him for the huge
nothing. Yeah, just gave him away. Yeah, just unbelievable.
Maybe that was the part of the plan. Maybe that was it.
Yeah.
That was like, well, yeah, one of those sign and trade kind of things. Like, we're going to give you the max amount we think you can get, and then we will do our best to trade you. So,
Trace Thompson seems to be putting together a solid case to be MVP of this tournament so far, because he's on base again. Now we've got another pinch hitter, and Justin Wiley is in. Matt Koperniak, our friend. He's not really a friend. We just spoke about him earlier. He's out. Justin Wiley is in. And your man's on deck, all for the tournament.
Let's see. I'm gonna see how old Harry Ford is because I'm pretty sure
He's like 20. He's like
yeah,
a child.
19 or 20. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly. I know he's not very old. So there's team. Well, that doesn't do me any good. You go to the World Baseball Classic on the MLB app. You go teams, and it gives you every Major League Baseball team. It's like that wasn't what I was after, though. Thank you.
We're just in there as like a joke thing or something. I don't know.
You know, some interns not.
Hey, the Czech Republic won a game. Who did the Czech Republic beat?
Did they win a game?
Yeah, they're 1-2.
Oh,
It wasn't Japan because they're 4-0. Our very educated audience will tell us who.
Yep. So Harry Ford's 20.
Yeah, he is a child. Yeah.
He just turned 20.
That's scary biscuits, right?
Yep. So
comfortably old enough to be his dad. Like comfortably old enough, not even where you think it's weird.
Yes, exactly. That's one way of putting it. I told you about that when I was getting my eye exam, and they've said, you know, a gentleman of your age should come in more often to get your eyes.
That's a good reminder. I need to book an eye exam.
I was like, ouch. No, I didn't need to hear that, but thank you.
Yeah, that's just rude, right?
She quickly backtracked when she realized what she said. So
I keep forgetting you've got a couple of years on me.
There we go. Everyone's in the pool there. All right. There's a few people there. But yes.
Czech beat China. Thank you. Mark is over there watching us on YouTube. Oh, shit. It's dropped a knife of all things. Oh, it's right under my chin.
So they're showing the view from the pool, and they're showing the stadium. And it's really, there's not a lot of people there.
There's not a lot of people there.
There's not a lot of people there.
No. It's the middle of afternoon on a Sunday. Like, what else is going on apart from all the spring training games? I guess.
Spring training games. I think why it's a good idea because you can kind of pull people from the area to play, because you know, like that there. But you're competing against spring training games outside, where it's a gorgeous 24 degrees out.
Yeah.
You know.
I'd be inside in the air conditioning just for the record.
Yes, you melted anything above 15 degrees.
Yeah, man, that's it. Yeah, I get sunburned looking at my phone. In play runs. What happened? First pitch. Here we go. Harry Ford, no longer 0 for the tournament, hits a 3-run home run. It is now Canada 10, Great Britain 8.
All right.
Oh, it's a legit shot. Oh, mind you, it was grooved.
All right. Well, I'm about to see it here in a second. So back on the bunt. Yeah, but it's all about bunt. We're still kind of bunting away in the background. I'll talk about bunt here in a second. Harry Ford's about to hit this dong. And I want to watch it because you're ahead of me on the feed. So,
oh, dude in a Puerto Rico jersey caught the home run.
Oh, wow. He did smash that.
Oh, my God. They've got a crown.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Maybe not seen the crown yet.
They've put a crown on him. They've put a thing on it, and then they knighted him.
Mm-hmm.
That's awful. And they just showed 4 Great Britain fans in the stands.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'd rather have the swag chain or whatever the hell it's called than the whole knighting ceremony.
You get the cape, and then they knight you.
If you're going to do that, if you'd gone down on one knee while they knighted him, that would have been better.
So they have to work on it there. There you go. Those are the guys from they were watching the game. They showed the guys that are in their suits.
Yeah, this is the first time me seeing it. Like I hadn't seen the whole crowning ceremony before. I didn't watch any of the highlights or anything in the US game last night, but
yeah, it was not too late. It was 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we were ranking the celebrations. Like we're already talking about how frightfully twee the tea celebration is, but I would put it above the Padres swaggy chain and the Red Sox with their shopping cart. But I can't say I'm on board for the whole crown thing. It's, I mean, it's a nice gimmick, but
they're showing Russell, who's down there.
Good old Harry Ford. Now he's only batting $143.
Why am I seeing this? I'm pretty sure I had this blocked. Apparently not.
18 runs in 3+ innings. This game's a joke. 3 1/3, and we've got 18 runs.
Huh. Well,
17 total hits for 18 runs. Golly.
Huh. Okay.
Hey,
Apparently,
they're talking about Belushi's again.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a big thing. So
yeah, but it's not just. But there's meetups all over the country. It's not just at Belushi's in Edinburgh.
Yeah, but well, maybe that's the cool thing. They like to hang out with the cool kids in there. I mean, in theory, I should be up there. If I had not been out the last couple of times, I would have been up there. So
yeah,
nowhere.
now you're hanging out in the toilet speaking to me. That's funny.
Yeah, we're. I'm slow behind too, and Graham's got a feed that's actually like pretty close to what's going on here. So
yeah, it's almost live. Like it's kind of funny how close it is to game day actually.
So yeah, so
it was worth closing those 400 pop-ups and like the 17 adverts I've had for NordVPN, even though I bought NordVPN last night.
Yeah, now you paying your $2 a month for your NordVPN?
I paid like 70 something for 2 years, and then I got 3 bonus months on top. But you heard of Quidco? So I got like a cashback thing. I get like 90% cashback as well. So
right,
I think it should only cost me about 15 quid or something for the year, for 2.5 years of it.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, like I've got a Fire Stick that's got all manner of dodgy stuff on it, so I can watch like the 3 o'clock football games on a Saturday. So it was worth it just for that, because I don't want that running through my normal internet. So I figured it was worth picking up the VPN.
Well, you'll have to show me the setup at some point in time, and
yeah, man,
I'll eventually get there. I have to finish paying off Dugout Classics before I can do anything. So,
yeah. I've been meaning to get a VPN for ages, and I figured it was, like I said, to try and get the ESPN app working. I figured it was worth it. I've got a funny feeling I know why it's not working tonight. It's because I've got the VPN running on my telly in the living room, and it's just set up to be like the UK. And I think that's what's confusing it. So the next half an hour, I'm going to go and run and turn that off. Excuse me, and then I'm going to come back and see if that makes any difference.
But yeah, so he brought up bunt, so we'll talk bunt for a little bit here. Funny, I'm not playing much bunt right now. I kind of get on, like we were talking about during the show, where you get on, do the daily tasks, and that's kind of about it. But basically, if you wait till Friday and 6 o'clock, you can get your whole set and then not have to look at anything for the rest of the week. I mean, that's
check you with the bunt hacks.
Yeah, I mean, you really just kind of get on and be like, okay, fine. Like, there's no contest, so there's nothing to really say that I need to be in there all the time.
Yeah. Jossie, yeah, it's quite easy to put a VPN on the Fire Stick. So I signed up to NordVPN, and if you sign up normally through your computer or whatever, it gives you 6. You can put it on 6 devices on one account. So I have it installed on my laptop. I have it installed on my iPad, which is where I was planning to use ESPN Player tonight to watch this game. And I've also installed it on the Fire Stick. But there's a native app, like a Fire Stick app for NordVPN. And you just use it gives you a QR code, and then you just sign in using your phone. And that'll make your VPN work on your Fire Stick. I've not used it yet to see if it'll like do US Netflix and that kind of thing. I just wanted it to mark my IP so I could watch the 3 o'clock football. But it should, in theory, it should work. If you can pick the good thing about paying for a service like Nord is you can pick where you want your location to be. So if you swapped it out to the US, you should be able to pick up US Netflix, and I don't know if there's different stuff on Disney and stuff. But I haven't really tested it out yet. But NordVPN is certainly one of the better ones. So I'd like to think you can do that. And we've got another pitching change.
Yep. And getting worried about Harry Ford, everything else there. So
Curtis Taylor coming in for Evan, whose second name I can't pronounce.
But yeah, and saying that I'm sitting there crafting away here.
Yeah, actually saying I've not been on punt today. Actually, so I usually go on every day and I get my daily reward and I complete all the daily, whatever the daily tasks are, and then kind of move on. And we were talking about doing a bit of bunt streaming, so I can do bunt streaming if I run like a proper stream out of OBS rather than using StreamYard like we're doing just now. Well, actually, that might be a lie. I'm going to quickly try and test this
because I was trying to do that today, and I could. So you can do it if you share your screen. You can do it, but you don't get the sound, and it was not recording me talking while I was doing the sound on it. So I was going to test it some more to do that because I have been doing some Ginter, and I do have a craft card, and I was kind of hoping to do it live.
Oh,
now I got a rip card.
I've done my 100 packs yet. I was going to stream doing the 100 packs.
Well, no, I hit one. I used my diamonds, and because I was curious to see what I would get from it. And I did hit a rip card. So I have a Mario Rivera rip card.
Oh, nice.
I think I'm more interested in ripping it there, but I want to do it live on the show. But what is it now? They came out with the drive-in theater one today. There's Tops Now again today. And I was noticing they were still trying to push. Let's see if I can find it here. Did they take it down? Yes. They're still trying to push Tops flagship. So
well, with this ridiculous hoarding event.
No. This is just so Tops flagship came out so you could complete the checklist and Tops flag list back in the 1st of December. And I keep seeing it going, buy some flagship. Like, well, that event's over. It's been 3 months, right? Gee. And the reason why it's still going is because all the legendaries haven't sold out yet.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, well, who's going to go back and put money into diamonds to go get? I mean, fair enough. Like this, who's left here? Machado, Kettle Marte, David Wright, Nomar, and Jeremy Pena. Like, are you really that fussed to go back and kind of go, well, I can put some money in diamonds? There's funny if there's one more to go to Machado, 2 to go on the Kettle Marte.
Oh, look at this. Oh my God. Darnell Sweeney just hit an absolute moonshot off the wall, and the runners were jogging the bases and didn't score. Oh my.
No. Yeah, he thought it was gone. They all thought it was gone. There you go.
It's 2 outs as well. You should have been absolutely on your horse. There was no reason for that.
Oh, they just watched it. They got he's skipping along at the first. And, oh shit, that didn't go out.
And the third base coach just went fuck, and he is correct. He should have been on his horse. Crack of the bat with 2 outs, man. Come on.
Let me see. Yeah, there's still 8 David Rice, 8 Nomar left. 12 Jeremy Penas yet. So yeah, but they keep flagging this. They keep flogging this, going, yeah, you can still buy your Tops flagship. What's it going to cost you? Right, yeah, 350 diamonds gets you a pack. You get a guaranteed rare card, even though they're still there, super rare. But you have a 1 in 100 chance of getting a legendary card, which are still left there. I mean, at this point in time, are you taking your diamonds and going, am I going to get a legendary card? Is it where? I mean, you've got to be a fan of those guys. Like, they go, okay, well, I'm willing. And it's not like, I mean, it's a 1 in 100 chance to hit this legendary card. Do you care? At some point, you'd have to go, okay, we're done. But it was just really interesting because there's so much stuff out in Bunt right now. Gallery came out last Monday, and there's still almost 300,000 packs left. So that's
yeah. I don't like this. I don't like this limiting of the packs. It's annoying.
Yeah, I mean there was a million
All right,
packs.
We're in the middle of the 4th. Let me see if I can do this.
Let me see who else is there. Gilded.
I can.
Let's see, Gilded's still out.
Hey.
All right, yeah, nicely done.
Tea and tops things kind of covers a little bit. But...
Well, you can take that off real
look
quick.
at me. I can play my mystery boxes. Get my coins. Spin my wheel.
But there's no sound.
I have the sound turned off anyway. Do you really need the game sounds?
Some people like it, some people don't. I sold out? No, it's not sold out. What is that?
This is like good. This is good entertainment between innings. Just being playing fun.
There you go. So Gilded is still available, despite the fact that it finished the 20th of February. And they're just literally waiting for you.
There you go. Get my daily reward.
So
3 trade. Oh, I need to send you 3 trades.
So let's send me 1 trade and revise it twice.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. 20 cards, 2 trades. All right, not bad. I've done the weekly. What's the weekly? 50 packs. 148. All right, I'll open 2 packs. What do you want me? I'll open 2 packs for you. What packs do you want?
You were all about Ginter, but the Stadium Club's great too. So.
Stadium Club, you say?
I mean, there's still rookie packs here. I mean, this is the funny thing. I mean, you look at the Grand Slam thing and you're going, well.
A Stadium Club. All right, 2 packs. Here we go. I need to swap back to the feed in just a second. Verdugo, Keeban. Right. Oh, I got a Honus Wagner. Mm-hmm. Hey, I got a Suzuki Gold. Nice.
Nicely done.
Well, that's not rare. Yeah, man. Gold base. Right, 1 more. And we'll get back to the game. A couple of base. All right, let's get back to the game.
There you go. Interesting. Yeah, I was trying to do it on my Mac, and I had to share my screen and went over that way. That's how I was trying to do it. So, would you just go to present and share screen? Is that what you did? Or?
Yeah, so present, and then I went to window.
Oh, share screen. Yeah, window. Yeah.
So I'm not on a Mac, so I have a third-party application that imitates AirPlay. So I'm like sharing my screen to my laptop. It's an application called. If you're on Windows and you want to get AirPlay on your PC, like I do, there's an app called Let's View, and that's what I use, and it imitates AirPlay. So your phone just connects to it and thinks it's an Apple TV receiver.
There you go. That shows Brad Maris, the Mariners works for the Mariners in there. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. I was actually doing I want to do AirPlay on there. Let's see how.
If you've got a Mac, it does it natively, doesn't it?
I've not tried yet, so I'll have to give that a go and see if it works there. I was just actually opening up because you can put Bunt on your laptop. I was playing Bunt that way.
Got you.
But I was hoping that I would be able to capture my voice when I was doing it and be able to actually like talk to it.
Oh, okay.
So it didn't necessarily work.
There you go. We could be doing some live streaming Bunt.
I wonder. I wonder if I can open that rip pack and see if it happens.
Do you think we're going to get a half inning where we don't actually get a run scored?
No, it's good. Someone's going to score. Yeah, see, it's funny because I open it up and it opens up in the background of Spotify. So I have like ball caps in the bagpipes in the background.
Let's not do that.
Hold on, let's.
We really will get copyright strikes if we start playing music.
No. It just for whatever reason, why would it open up Bunt? It opens up Spotify behind it.
Oh, weird. Is that a Mac thing?
I don't know. I don't know enough about Macs. I'm still figuring stuff out as we do every day. Like it drives my boss insane because he's only had Macs. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
The learning curve isn't too bad.
It's more of like it doesn't ever come up, so I don't like that. Like I think the worst is like to copy your screen and go to a screen grab, and you can do it there. It's like Shift Control Command 4. It's just like this is a pain in the ass.
Wow. Jacob Robson just one hot the wall for a double.
But yeah, let's see if I can get.
Oh, did you just see that? He just did a celebration thing. Jacob Robson, the Canadian guy, where he went like this, like he was doing moose antlers.
Oh, right. Okay, what's up? Oh, could you hear that?
Oh, I can hear that, yeah.
Ah, there you go. There's some coins for you. All right, let's see the moose antlers. Wow, he just did that. All right, let's see this moose antler thing.
God, I hit right. I assume that's what it is.
Woo, more coins.
Yeah, moose antlers. That's what they're saying in the broadcast as well.
Yep. Let's see how many packs of.
I tell you, I'm wasted, man. I should be sitting alongside Buck Martinez and whoever the other guy is.
Right. Yeah, I'll have any. Let's see. I'm gonna go to use the toilet real quick, but maybe we'll try to see if I can open the coins up and see how it works. With us doing. I was just trying to record
Certainly
stuff.
Here, but can you present though?
Yeah. I just share my screen. Yeah, I have the option to present there.
Oh, well, we'll give it a try. We'll go for it the next half.
Yeah, because I get present and I was doing share screen, and then I was doing entire screen and then going over that, but I can do window.
You can window it.
Probably the same thing, and then I can go there. But we'll give it a go. Give it a shot. If it doesn't, if it works, great. If it doesn't, no big deal. How many outs we got? 1 out. All right, all right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go and use the toilet real quick.
For a bio. Could have thought Andre Scrub would be the Cy Young of this tournament. 3-1 to Julian, though. Come on now. Let's see if we can go a half inning without there being a run. I like how they've shown on the broadcast, they've shown the USA Kyle Schwarber home run that got hit against GB. They've shown Canadian home runs that got hit against GB. I still haven't seen Trace Thompson shot from last night, though. I'm calling a racism. Aye. 1 out, 2 on. Pitch and change. Oh, Jay, we've got pitch and change. We could have shown your bunt stream though. But instead, you guys hate GB so much. It feels that way, man. They could have at least shown Trace Thompson's shot from last night. Maybe they don't want to show that terrible celebration again. 10-8 to Canada. This is a curling score. This isn't even a baseball score.
Oh, Andrew's back out. I know what's happening. Oh,
all right, come on, let's go quick. We've got a pitch and change. You could try it now.
Okay. All right. Present. Share screen. We'll try the window thing, see if it works. Share. And then you get that fun there.
Oh, wow.
Is it working? Can you see it?
We're looking into the abyss. You're shooting your stream screen.
Yep. That's what I thought would happen. Okay, let's stop sharing, and then it will go wonky because I'll show just the bunt thing on here, but that's fine. Entire
Donovan
screen.
Benoit coming in for Team GB.
Okay, so now you can see everything. We're in the abyss, but bunt should come up now.
Yeah, you can see bunt now. Also, it plays like full screen. No, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I was trying to figure it out myself, but we'll go into crafting.
Oh yeah, why has it got Spotify behind it?
So here's the rip pack I got. Woohoo! Let's see what we get. Yep, and there's that Mario Rivera and craft.
I feel like I need to
confirm. And now, who do we get? I don't even know who you get.
See if it'd been like 3 minutes for the craft, I'd have been furious.
I didn't even think about that. Who did we get? We went for Mariano too.
Hey, that doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah.
Was that a super rare?
Rip pack exclusive.
Oh, it's an iconic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was iconic here to rip up. Yeah. That.
Yeah.
But look at many. There's 228 of those things. You know, you open up that. Plus, I mean, I got mine out of a pack.
Yeah.
So, oops. Go back into this and stop sharing.
I was gonna say I'm taking over your share now.
There you go. So yeah, no, yeah, it was. I had some diamonds, and I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. It wasn't like a whole lot of diamonds, and just there we go. Oh, there's that guy. They're showing the guy that had his daughter did the GB line thing.
Oh yeah. The adopted Scotsman. Apparently Benoit's an adopted Scotsman. Why is he an adopted Scotsman? I don't know this story. Come on, Jossie, tell me the story, man.
Oh, they have a picture.
I thought you meant like Jason was going to be coming in for like the way they're going through pictures. You could be getting a call up, Jay. I hate to tell you, but
I know. Yeah, we are in a card group chat. We don't contribute much to it because we talk about all the modern cards and they buy a lot of cards and I don't buy. I bought Fire. That's all I bought last year, and they were. I was just saying the World Baseball Classic cards came out, and I know you bought some. And,
the World Baseball Classic sets. I grabbed 10 of them.
Right, and they were talking about it, and we thought it'd be something fun, and I think it is a fun set to kind of do. But it'd be
a fun break.
Yeah, absolutely.
Autographs, I think, fall one in every 3 boxes, and I've got 10 boxes, so I'd like to think they'll get 2 or 3 autographs like that. Donovan Benoit is apparently wearing Scotland cleats.
What? All right. Let's see it there.
Well, if we get a close-up of that'd be kind of fun. But in-play runs, so we're not going to have an inning with no runs in it. Freddie Freeman with the single to right field. Jacob Robson scores. It's 11-18 Canada now.
But they had said it was fun, and I said, well, Team GB only had 1 card in that set.
It'd be Harry Ford, yeah. And, I'll maybe do a fun thing. I'll put like a bounty on it or something. So if we like, maybe people will buy in to get the 1 Team GB card.
Yeah, the 1 Team GB. Oh, look, I hit him.
Visit.
And Ron, who knows me from Twitter, had said, well, maybe they're gonna call you up. I have an old picture from like 2014 or me in there. I said, the card's all set to go. Just have to give me this call.
Oh yeah, if that ball hadn't hit the pitcher, it'd been a double play. Yeah, it would have been out the inning.
Oh, here goes the replay. So I think
I need a cushion. I've got a sore butt.
Yep, off the foot. Oh, yeah, Mark. No, that was what Paul shared. Yep, gosh, that was a double. Taylor played double Mabel right there. He was right there.
It really was, yeah. That's unlucky, you know. But you're a pitcher. You know what it's like. You just react, do you?
Mm-hmm. I mean, not much you can do about it. It was hit right at him. It was. I think he was trying to get out of the way. No, I think Baseball Scotland shared the picture of him with his cleats. That's why I was saying that. But I didn't think it was
really. Oh yeah, I remember seeing that now. Yeah.
I didn't think it was a Scotland one. I thought it was
I can't remember who it was. No.
I'm pulling it up now. So but I thought it was just a Team GB one, but I could be wrong.
It wouldn't have been him, unless it's on his Insta. So he does have an Instagram and a Twitter. One of the few. Let me check his Insta real quick.
I'm having a snigger because that other team in Edinburgh has a watch party as well.
Are they copying? Are they copying us?
What's that?
What, like a live one? Like a live stream?
Yeah. So obviously, there's the Edinburgh baseball one that's going on at Belushi's that they've mentioned on the show multiple times.
Yeah, but no, they shared the Belushi's one as well.
Yeah. No. They did.
Yeah, the Edinburgh Rays. Yeah, they shared the Belushi's one.
Did they?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they did.
Well, there you go. That's part of the whole fake thing.
Oh God, we're throwing the ball around again.
He must have not noticed that said Edinburgh.
Playing more Devils baseball.
Oh, there we go. No, so it's not the case. He's got the GB Lion, or at least. Oh, there it is. I see it now. So on his shoes, I've never actually noticed that before. That's nice spot on that mark. I didn't actually realize why Paul was so keen on me sharing this. So on his shoes, and I think it's the ones he's wearing. He's got on the right shoe, he's got the Lion. Left shoe, he's got the World Baseball Classic on the back of it. But on the toe, he has the GB flag and the Scottish flag.
Oh, they're at a different bar. Okay.
Yes. There's like 3 people there.
But they definitely shared the Belushi's thing, though.
Probably didn't realize what he was doing because it's
that's
all
actually,
part of
you know what? I think I'm talking shite.
Yeah, that's because it's all part of his little thing of trying to be like, yes, we're trying to do all this stuff here, and yeah, we're all behind Team GB and all that, and it's all nonsense. Right. If I only had 3 people, including myself, show up, I would have been taking pictures.
Yeah, I think I'm wrong. I thought they shared the Belushi's one. I didn't realize they were trying to do their own one. That's interesting.
But I believe it's a topic that will be covered tomorrow night in Ball Caps and Bagpipes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, tune into Ball Caps and Bagpipes tomorrow, Jason's other podcast. If you're a fan of Tea and Tops, our episode will be out as a podcast tomorrow. We're also live now on, here's an exclusive for this feed. You can now find Tea and Tops on Amazon. So you can get us on Amazon Music and you can get us on Audible. So another new platform for us.
Big time.
That's it, man. We're in the big leagues now.
That was
in play, more runs.
When I was talking to Lou, and he was talking about how many
single another run crosses the plate now. 13-8 Canada.
And we're only in the 4th. Like I'm giving this till 10 o'clock. After that, I'm calling it.
Yeah, dude, I know we could be here till Christmas.
Yeah. Like I've had 2 late nights where I've closed down the Whiskey Society and then a pub at one home every night. Like, I'm good. There you go. Yeah, I remember you guys having that watch party of Aberdeen there. Like, I really hope you guys get the team.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you were in the throes of small children.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
And, you know, it's the same thing where when I put the newsletter out. Yeah, what do you think of the newsletter? Newsletter came out.
To be fair, they're probably watching it in the sports bar in Aberdeen tonight.
But I put out the Baseball Scotland newsletter on Friday, and I had realized it had been 5 years since the last one came out.
Oh my days! Wow.
Which makes sense because that was the last time I was working. So
2018. Oh yeah.
So so 2017 was the last Baseball Scotland newsletter, and 2018 was when that was. So I vaguely remember, but that would have been days even won. So Blythe is
Yeah.
2 at that point, 1.
2018 is a kind of odd time for me, because Blythe was 2016, so it should have been like a couple of quid. Anyway,
Yeah. So, you know what? You were probably being daddy daycare at that point in time.
Yeah, I think I was. Yeah.
So yeah, it was going around to all the play groups and hanging with the moms and changing nappies and trying to get.
It's fair actually, because I don't think I was really around Aberdeen baseball in 2018. They're still talking about the mercy rule. There's only 5 runs in this. Training the Oilers for training.
Got talked into it.
Mark, you still play? You still play for them? I need to get back along to find out what's happening in Aberdeen.
Your guess is as good as mine. So it's tough. I mean, I know the uni team played. They played Sterling last weekend. So
yeah, Aberdeen Uni's got 2 teams, and Aberdeen baseball, it feels like, can barely put a team together, bro. Damn, Benoit's throwing 97, bro.
Well,
I mean, he can't get anybody out, but he's throwing 97.
Well, this is the third time the graphic has mentioned the early termination rule.
I know. They keep talking about it, but it's like there's only 5 runs in this.
I guess it's one of those things where we'll talk about, but yeah, either way, like once we hit kind of
my days, come on,
10 o'clock, and then be like, okay, well, that's 3 hours more.
They could potentially run out of pitchers here.
This feels like a Red Sox Yankees game.
Oh, you're giving an awful lot of credit to this game, bro.
Well, not more of like it takes forever.
Oh, now they've walked in a run. It's 14-8.
Wow, he's bringing the heat.
He's throwing hard. I mean, it's like arrow straight though. Like it's going to get. You've seen that dude on TikTok, right?
No.
Oh, obviously it does. I can't even remember. I wish I hadn't started this now. Jake, I'm going to look him up on TikTok. But anyway. You like duets, other people's like pitching videos, and it's like home run. Like these dudes put their.
Yeah, we're with you, Mark. Like I said, like it's a long game. Like I think 10 o'clock's gonna be the kind of cutoff point, or maybe 5 innings might be the cutoff point for us. Like I don't think we can quite do a 7-inning game, let alone 9-inning game. Like some of us, like, well, I guess we both have to work tomorrow. I've got an important meeting, so I gotta be fresh. Yeah, Graham says so.
I'll need to see if I can find it. I keep searching TikTok.
But yeah, so Mark's obviously plays for Aberdeen with there. How are you guys looking this season? Are you guys getting more numbers? What's going on with you guys? I think I will get my update tomorrow from John and Paul before the show, but I actually don't know what's going on there. I really kind of been focused on other things at the moment. So, but I knew like with the uni team was playing versus Sterling. I think Sterling quite handily beat them as well.
Really? Well, Aberdeen Uni's got 2 teams. I know that much, but I don't know what's happening with the actual ball club itself.
Yeah, and your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah.
So, there we go. Training was canceled because of snow. Yep.
Yeah, we got a lot of snow.
There we go. Well, surely there must be like an indoor facility to train at, but yeah, I guess you guys are always at the disadvantage of
that costs money. That's the problem.
Yeah, the weather.
We've never had an indoor training up in Aberdeen. Can never find somewhere to take it.
Wow.
So every year in Aberdeen we get uni players coming along playing for the team, but then when it gets to the summer, that's an issue because obviously a lot of the uni kids go home or travel or do whatever. So when we get to the middle of the baseball season, with it being a summer season, we find that leaves us quite short on people. It's kind of been one of the issues with the Aberdeen club is it's been too reliant on having folk from uni come along and play as well to help make up numbers. And then we lose them all in the summer, and it becomes an issue. So that year or 2 years where Aberdeen ran 2 teams, it really put the squeeze on in the summer.
But that's it. I mean, that's how it always goes. It's I mean, we tried to do the same thing in Edinburgh and try to get people there, and they just you hit almost April, and like maybe just after Easter, and that would always be it, because people's parents are paying a ton of money for them to go to school.
Yeah.
And so the last thing you want to do is be like, oh, you failed the last second semester of your master's. What was the problem? I was playing baseball. It's not going to go down very well.
Mark, man, I feel like we haven't met, but we must have crossed paths if you were around when we had the Oilers and the Express, because I was playing then as well. That's wild. And we have another pitching change. The adopted Scotsman is out. Joseph King, or Joe King. That's a great goal. Thank you.
You're on it.
I'm on it, man. It may be 10-10, but I'm on it. So Joe King is in for Team GB. Brought in a lovely position with 1 out and the bases loaded. I mean, one swing of the bat and we're down by 11, and then we are looking at a mercy.
Yeah, it's getting, like I said. I mean, we talked about will there be a half inning without any runs? It's not happened yet.
No, I thought we could have done. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on our 6th pitcher, and we're in the 4th.
Interesting enough, I was one of the groups I was in, and they had pulled out. It must have been like a 1981 or 1983 Beckett. Or maybe it was like even like 1977. Can't remember. Anyways, that era there, that kind of 5-year era. And somebody had bought a Honus Wagner T206 for $300,000. And they couldn't believe it was going for that much.
Oh, man. I saw something similar. I wonder if we saw different versions of the same post, but and it was in some kind of collected magazine where it was like $1,500 for a single card or something. I think it was in the 70s. It was for the Mantle card, 62 or whatever it is, 52 Mantle, 53. I can't remember what year it is. And $1,500 they were complaining about for a single card.
Yep. Yeah. See, just different. Let me see. I'm actually gonna look at what the inflation.
Man, they got to start you got to start pitching at contact now. Let your fielders get out of this game. Imagine standing. This game's been going for almost 3 hours, and we're in the 4th.
Yep.
Imagine being out in the field. I mean, the right fielders had nothing to do.
No, exactly. So, right. So I'm figuring out the inflation calculator. So I'm saying 1980. If you bought the card for the price of a house, because it was $300,000. So
wow.
What's your guess on what that is in today's currency?
I mean, what year was it? Sorry?
I'm just going to go with 1980 because I can't remember what year.
1980.
So I'm taking the middle. It was
300,000. 1.2 million or something?
Let's see. What did it cost? Pretty close. 1.089.
Oh, it's a bit over.
So, and but you got to think, I mean, so you're holding on a card for 40 years.
We have an out.
40 years holding the card, and you basically spent the equivalent of the 5th of what you can sell it for now. That's not bad.
So Lopez scores, and we're now 16-8 Canada, but we do have an out. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. It's 16-8.
Yep. It's not a pretty game. God.
I thought doing a watch long for this game would be a fun idea, and it would roll along, and we'd maybe make it to 9:30, 10 o'clock. Jesus, we're not even halfway through the game.
yeah. I said we'll try to make it through the 5th. I don't know. Like I said, like it's pretty painful. It's a really painful game.
22 hits, 24 runs, and 2 errors. Goodness. So looking back at the pitching then, Morris finishes the game with an ERA of 67.5.
You know what? This is like Scottish baseball.
Is, man.
Really kind of 16-8 kind of games that take forever.
Opp has an ERA of 9 and is winning the Cy Young by a country mile. Mills has an ERA of 108. Scrub 13.5. Benoit technically has an infinite ERA. Didn't get an out, gave up 4 earned, walked 3, and gave up 4 hits. Yikes. And King is now on the mound.
You know what? I actually feel really bad for Harry Ford.
He's walked one. Wow.
Because he probably has no idea who any of these pitchers are. Here's a 20-year-old kid, literally just turned 20-year-old like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And here you go. Here's 9 guys you never caught before. Catch them now.
Yeah. Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like a double header in Manchester, you know? Like when we used to do proper road trips. None of you I can't be bothered driving from Aberdeen to Edinburgh. I'm talking up at 2 a.m. to drive to Manchester to go and get pumped twice and then drive home again. That's what this makes me feel like. Or Birmingham. I think Birmingham was the furthest we ever went for a road trip, right?
There was that place that was just outside North Wales.
Yeah, is that the one that had like the gravel field where Thomas blew up his thumb?
Oh, that was the one we got lost and show up like 10 minutes after the game started, and eventually got in because we were pumping.
Oh, is that the one where the two of us played the outfield?
I think so, yeah.
And there was only 2 of us. Yeah, we basically ran out the car. I was still smoking a cigarette running out to the outfield. And the 2 of us had to cover the entire outfield.
Was that one?
I remember that game had started. Yeah, that was kind of wild.
Yeah, anything to get a game in. Like there's so many stories.
Yeah, like man, that was the thing. That was the good thing about the old Northern League days.
No, I'm gonna have to try to see if I can get the old timers on at some point. We needed a break from podcasting, but I think maybe. Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah, Julian is the 4th best prospect from the Twins. So whatever I was reading said he was the 15th. He's now moved up to the 4th. But yes, like Doogie Robertson, like I've been in touch with Doogie. Like I said, I need to get him on, and it would be fun.
The innings over. Yay. Oh, Mark, we got some stories, man. Jason and I talked about doing a separate. We'd need to do it. I guess we'd need to do it under the guise of caps and pipes. So it's not really tea and tops content, but yeah, Jay and I have been involved in Scottish baseball. Jason for far longer than me, but yeah. So we both. What was it? We said 2003. We both started.
Yeah, that's when I came over here.
So 2003, when the only team in Scotland was the Edinburgh team, and we were part of the National League North. And North basically meant anything north of the M25. So yeah, we did some ridiculous trips on Sundays to go play double headers in Manchester, Liverpool, Hull, Menwith Hill. Yeah, like all these kind of places. And we would genuinely, apart from Hull, where we used to go and stay at Tommy's place in Sheffield.
Yeah.
We'd in Sheffield.
12 guys staying on the floor in Sheffield.
Yeah, 12 guys sleeping in a 1-bedroom flat on the floor. So we didn't have to do the drive the whole day. But yeah, man, we got some stories from back then.
Yeah, there were some just wild times. Training at Hollywood Park and then telling everybody that was in the park that we had rented this area and they had to leave. and they couldn't, like, there was a park ranger station, and it must have closed about 5. We'd always put him in that direction and go talk to the park ranger.
Yeah.
Look at it and you're like, it's not worth it. Just move. But the best story out of Hollywood Park was the kiteboarder.
Oh, dude, the boy broke his leg.
Yep.
Yeah, that was rough, man.
The guy was kiteboarding out in left field, and like the wind just disappeared and dropped from about 30 feet and broke his leg. So eventually an ambulance came, and the only thing we did was we put a second left fielder out there so nobody
hit him. Yeah. They're showing pictures from the meetup in London. Oh, they're showing the pictures from the meetups, I should say.
Yep.
That's quality. They're showing like pictures from the meetups. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, they'll be definitely the ones for the home run house. Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm getting him now too. Oh God, really? Him? I'm not a fan of that guy. So there's some people that are super fans, and I think the problem is the only people like those people are themselves, and it doesn't represent the baseball community here. I think I had a long conversation with a friend who plays down in London, and he plays not for the Mets but for the other team there, and just kind of get their opinion on things there. And they're like, you know what, we just don't care about those guys. Like they don't play the game. Like they've never set foot on the field. And I think that's all the difference. Like you can be a super fan and that's fine, but if you actually not played the game at all, you just don't understand what it's like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like I say, it's fine to be passionate and whatever else, but that's why I thought this thing would be kind of fun, because you or maybe slightly different to some of the live streaming attempts that we've seen from the UK baseball community, because we have that background. Like the two of us played for many years, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't think we'd be doing it for 9 hours tonight, if I'm perfectly honest.
No, that was not the plan.
No, it was not the plan. No.
And if it comes down to it, like literally Kennedy scored 2 runs to call it a day.
Yeah, but we need to get to the 7th now, though.
No, if they, that's right.
It's 15 runs after 5.
15 runs.
So presumably 15 runs after 6 as well, or 10 runs after 7.
Yeah.
So if they score 7 in the bottom of this inning, then we can all go to bed.
So it's interesting. I'm scrolling through here, and people are kind of giving play-by-plays of the game, but I don't really care.
They must have worn their fingers out if they're giving play-by-play of this game.
Well, yeah, they're getting stuff in there, but it's like that's a lot to keep on top of.
Yeah, it really is. Well, so. I mean, we're just sitting yapping with game day on it. It's hard enough to keep up with this flipping game.
Yeah. So just
oh my God, I think we're actually going to get a 1-2-3 inning unless Trace Thompson does something ridiculous.
So. God. Yeah.
You got to think, for some of these guys who are still quite young and have been floating around like the minor leagues and independent ball and whatever else, this is going to be a pretty good platform for these guys, right? So guys like Trace Thompson, who's like running his shoes off around the bases and stuff. There's the guys maybe playing for spring training invites or non-roster stuff, or
yes and no. I mean, let's be fair. Like these guys are fillers. Like
oh yeah, but I mean, if you're stuck out in independent ball, but then a major league scout's watching you and takes a chance, and maybe you end up back in single A or double A or whatever, then that's got to be worth it, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're gonna go and absolutely, see that there and be like, well, okay, yeah, why not? The guy looks pretty good there. I mean, that's all it takes is literally just somebody to notice you and be like, all right, but whatever gets you that. I mean, there's always the. Funny enough, I was listening to. I'm sorry, I'm looking at tweets and a crime and sports thing. I was listening to the Lawrence Taylor episode because I was just kind of I go back and forth and go. I need some random guy that plays obviously like cricket in Australia, and then mix that with somebody I actually know, so I don't just kind of blow through it all with the people I know, and then go, okay, do I really care about this stock car driver or whatever? Anyways, they were talking about Lawrence Taylor, and they were saying how he didn't play football till he was like 15, and he was quite the good baseball player. And so obviously when it came around, he started playing like his junior season or so. Nobody knew who he was, despite being pretty good. And he wasn't playing linebacker, then he was playing on the line. And they're like, well, so you're going to take this guy who's a monster and super fast and basically make him try to get the 3 inches that you can get on the line there. And so they had misplayed him. So, he finished high school or something like that, or it was in his senior, and no one knew him. And obviously he wasn't, LT yet. And it was just,
oh my God, we've had a 1-2-3 inning. Oh my God.
And
0 at last. So, even the commentators are like, "Yay!"
so as long as Canada doesn't put a 9 spot on, we're all right. And what was I say? Obviously nobody and it was a coach from North Carolina that had come to a game to watch some other guy and saw the talent of Lawrence Taylor, and that's how he got a scholarship to North Carolina. Or no, I don't even know if he got a scholarship on that, but he got into North Carolina because so yeah, and that was kind of it. But it was such under the radar because he didn't play till he was 15, and obviously took him a few years to bulk up and get big and start playing football. But yeah, it was just one of those chance things where you walk on a field and see some other guy and go, well, who is this kid?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's quite a few stories like that where scouts have gone to watch somebody else and then they've found an even better talent.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool when stuff like that happens.
So it does happen. And I guess, like I said, it always makes for a good story to say that yes, we randomly found this kid on there. So just got a message from Marty asking about fantasy baseball if he needed to remove his team or anything like that.
Shit, I haven't signed up yet. I haven't signed up for the league yet, actually.
We still have 2 weeks. 2 weeks to go.
Yeah.
So we're fine. So
you put it in the group chat on WhatsApp, right?
Yeah, the other day I was just kind of I wanted to give Marty some time to say whatever he was going to say, and then remove him from the chat because I want to keep the chat just to who's playing, so we can actually have like conversations and trades and stuff like that there. So there was a rumor. Not a rumor. I was chatting to somebody, and he was hanging out with somebody else, and they're not a fan of the league set up this year.
Ooh, well, early.
So I thought it was interesting because I thought, well, if anything, it makes it even more competitive than normal because you can draft, and then so for those who obviously aren't playing our league, you wouldn't know anything about this. So we've had a league for 18 years, 19 years. I think it's almost 19 years. No, I don't think there is that year. I don't know if anyone's setting it up. Is Shutout having a league this year?
Yeah, I'm going to do a league this year. Yeah, I'm just not.
I saw you renewed it, so I will put my shed long in there, but we'll do it. I'll happily put a team in there and not pay any attention to it as per usual. But so this league this year, we because it always kind of hits about June, and we all lose interest, or it's summertime and things will happen. And I had played in the league last year where after the first 3 months, and then every 2 weeks somebody got dropped out, or it was every month someone got dropped out, and then the players got reallocated, or at least the best players got reallocated, and then from there. So we proposed this year that the first 3 months did we say it was one team or two teams that were going to dropped out? I think it was just one
team. Was it one team in June, and then
one in June,
which is kind of good because you sort of have, if you're involved in it, you have that motivation not to be the bottom team. Or if you just
Yeah, what
lose
July,
track of it or whatever,
July,
then
August, September.
July,
So 3 teams will potentially drop out there. Now they'll go into a pool, and the top, I think we have 12 people in the league. So so the top 12 guys from that person's team will be allocated to the other teams there, and then everyone else will go in the free agent pool. So 1, you're motivated to obviously not be in the bottom, but 2, you could potentially pick up Mike Trout for nothing. And so
potentially, yeah.
I mean, you'll have well, I guess we're still doing what do I call it, a cash draft. We're still bidding on guys for your team. Auction draft. There we go. But yes, you'll still have that option to do that. But yeah, obviously someone will spend money on their team. And so, after the 3 months, 1 team loses their top 13 guys, they get allocated, and the rest go to the pool. And in theory, should make things even throughout the whole season. And it forces you to kind of keep it on your team. 1, so you're not in last, and 2, you could potentially pick up somebody that could put you over the top.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting twist. I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out.
Yeah, I think
I am actually in. I'm just going to chat till I am in. I just don't have a very imaginative team name. I'll need to change it.
But yeah, it's just so because you could hit September and be in like 3rd place or 4th place and pick up a Shohei Ohtani or something like that. And that could be the difference for you, because all of a sudden you have that missing thing or whatever. So shall be interesting to see how that one goes. I don't know how it's going to work out, or we just get a utility spot or an extra pitcher spot or whatever. But we'll figure that out as we go.
Yeah.
It also makes it super hard for me because I'll be in Seattle for the first time it happens. Have to try to get up and try to figure out how this shit works, because otherwise it won't get done.
We might potentially be in Chicago when shit's going down.
It's just interesting. So but that's what we should do. We should try to see if we can move the Ohtani when we're in Chicago and go, yes, we will be at the National. You can give us cash, and then that will pay for the trip.
It would pay for the trip.
And many, many beers.
Yeah. Hopefully.
So
if the prices go back up to the kind of $4,500, $5,000 there, $5,000 rule ballpark, then I'd be happy at that.
Speaking of which, I actually don't even know what flights to Chicago even cost right now.
Flights anywhere are expensive right now.
Well, I mean, I know I left out when I bought to Seattle. I mean, I literally bought my trip for June, July, and October.
Walks everywhere.
So just potentially looking at dates here to see if it's possible. I mean, gosh, was like the 21st of it, wasn't it? Like 20th? It's the 20th or 27th.
Yeah. I mean, the trick is just to pick up the cheapest flight anywhere in the US and then just get a cheap internal across to Chicago. That's one of the things, you book from the UK through like an Expedia or whatever, and you tend to get stuck with like a British Airways or an American Airlines or Delta or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas it might actually be cheaper just to get like the cheapest thing you can to get into the States, and then pick up like a flight on Southwestern or one of the other budget carriers in the States to get you to your actual final destination. But
it's not too bad. Yeah, it's funny enough. I literally would be like,
can you still fly direct to New York from Edinburgh?
There is something that you could do.
Yeah, because there's nothing direct from Aberdeen. I'd need to go down to Heathrow or Manchester to connect, or drive down to Edinburgh or Glasgow and fly direct from there.
I'm just kind of looking to see kind of what we do. Yeah, so if we're in depart the 26th and arrive the 30th, would be like 5 days in there. And search what is Skyscanner have there, just to kind of a ballpark. Oh yeah, that's not happening. The cheapest is $786 right now. So
$786, golly.
752. There we go.
Yeah, see, that's going to be the problem, is the flight price.
But the cheapest one, we flies from Edinburgh to Orlando. We can say hi to Simon and then go.
You can fly direct from Edinburgh to Orlando?
I don't know why it's got me in Orlando. ORD is Orlando. That's not Chicago.
Oh, we could easily do that. And then get off in Orlando, grab a Southwestern flight up to Chicago.
No, I'm sorry, ORD. Wow, okay. ORD is Chicago. We can direct flight.
Another run scored. 17-8.
Yeah. Yeah, direct flight to Orlando, or no, O'Hare from Edinburgh.
Oh, here you go. Look at this stat. So 25 combined runs is the most in a single game in World Baseball Classic history, and we're not even out of the fifth. So we've had the record for most stolen bases in a game, which is 6, and we've now had the record for most runs in a game, 25.
Wow. Okay. I mean, yeah, 830 pounds is what it would cost us to fly to Chicago.
Wow.
Direct.
Okay.
Direct. So.
Direct? From where?
Yep. Edinburgh to Chicago.
You can fly direct from Edinburgh to Chicago?
Yeah, apparently Lufthansa, operated by United.
No way. Oh. It might be worth it for a direct flight.
Yeah, I mean, it's 8.5 hours, so it would be.
Well, it depends how much like a one-stopper would be, but I don't mind paying a bit extra if it was a direct flight. I mean, 830 is a lot, to be fair.
Yeah, it's about 200 pounds more than I want to spend.
Yeah, usually like to get anything in the US, sort of £500 is 10. But that's when we're booking like Orlando stuff. But even if it was like £500 to get to Orlando or somewhere like that, and then like I say, you grab a Southwestern or something to get across there, you might find that works out cheaper. Because I wouldn't be taking a ton of baggage.
No, gosh, it's change of clothes. That's really all.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'd pack a backpack full of clothes and maybe another backpack with a laptop and stuff in it, so we could do some live streaming. But
so I was asking Lou about that. He basically just does it from his phone and then grabs a mic.
Yeah, I thought about doing something similar. I got an iPhone 12 right now, but I'll probably upgrade that. But you get like lavalier mics and stuff that will connect to your phone, so you can like do proper live streaming. And well, just with a power bank and that, you'd be fine. You could do it, totally do it. You can't do any of this fancy StreamYard stuff like multi-platform, but you could just do like a Twitch stream or a Facebook Live or something. I'll probably do a Twitch stream just because the quality is better. But...
we can fly to Glasgow, from Glasgow to Reykjavik, and then Reykjavik to Chicago. But that's
is that Iceland Air?
Yes.
You get two checked bags with Iceland Air. At least they used to. I wonder if that's still the case. That used to be the cool thing. One of the best trips I've had to Florida, we flew out of Aberdeen on Iceland Air via Reykjavik to Orlando. And it was great because I got to take my golf clubs for free.
I mean, this is 7:39. The problem is we get in 6 o'clock on the whatever. I think it's the Wednesday at night, 6 o'clock at night on the Wednesday, which is fine. And then you fly out at 10 o'clock at night on the Sunday. So we would be able to do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That's pretty cool.
That wouldn't be bad at all. And that's actually 7:39. So it seems slightly more reasonable.
Because the place is right next to O'Hare, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. It's super close. I'm just trying to see if there's anything from Newcastle.
Would need to be given. Oh, hang on. Do these dates not clash with when Fives is coming over?
No, he's in June.
Was it June he's coming? Okay.
Yeah, because that was we were worried about that because we were awfully on like the 27th of June, and he's like on the 15th of June. So
I remember I asked him, but I can't remember.
Yeah, Newcastle wasn't any good. Manchester. Let's just see if it's minutes. It just might just be the days. That's all.
June-ish is what he told me. I don't think he gave me the exact dates, actually.
But... Yeah, Manchester doesn't do any good. That's right, but it's something to look at potentially. So it's the Wednesday.
17-8. They're only up by 9. Need 6 more runs, then we can all go to bed. I'm almost rooting for Canada to score six more runs. There's 2 outs already, so it's probably not going to happen.
Jesus. Okay, let's see. What if I fly out on? No, I want to fly out the 27th, return the 29th. See if that does anything. It's expensive regardless. Yeah, it's unfortunately. Oh, it's Manchester routes changed back to Edinburgh. But I mean, this is Skyscanner, so it obviously gives you all the major routes. Because yeah, there's some other. I've been getting adverts for like Norwegian Air or whatever that flies from Norway.
Oh, is that the yeah? Norwegian have started doing low cost stuff out of London to get.
Yeah.
But you still need to get to London. That's the problem.
Well, yeah,
Mark, there better not be a comeback coming. I'm over this game already.
well,
I think I'm going to do this. I think at the end of this inning, I ain't calling 5 innings by myself. So if you're calling it after this one, Mister Durham, I'll be.
yeah, no, I will do 5, and then I as much as I like to see a comeback happen, like
Yeah, probably about 3.5 hours been live for now.
So, yeah, no, unfortunately, I do need to get some sleep tonight. I love the fact. Okay, I changed the dates. I changed the Tuesday to Saturday, and that still doesn't really make a difference. It's like 50 pounds more from Glasgow. But okay, well, let's see. What is it? Is it Norwegian? I'll check see Norwegian here. Because yeah, they've been advertising like go to Boston and catch a Red Sox game.
Yeah, I think it's Norwegian, or is it Norga or something? NORG? I can't remember.
Norwegian Air. No, you mean it's Nordair? Yes, because Norwegian Air stopped their flights now, so now it's Nordair.
It's the end of the 5th, 17-8, Team Canada.
North Atlantic Airways.
Yeah, that's yeah. And I think Norwegian do cheap as well. All right, that's the end of the 5th, and that's the end of the stream.
That's it.
I really thought we could have got the whole game in. We're not going to get the whole game in. It is 20 past 10, like I say. But this was fun. I kind of enjoyed it. I don't know if Great Britain have any more games that are at a reasonable hour where we could do this again.
I think they play again tomorrow, but again, I'm podcasting with John.
Your podcast, yeah, so tomorrow's out. Yeah, this is something that Jay and I had talked about doing through the season, maybe once a month or something.
Yeah,
we pick a regular season game, a Sunday night regular season game, maybe the 9 o'clock game. So yeah, it's been kind of fun. It'd be good to do it again. But yeah, for tonight, I think we're going to call it there at the end of the 5th. Canada up by 9. So they need one more run. Or throw up by 10 after the 7th, and mercy rule will be in effect, and that'll be the end of the game. So I might see how it plays out. I might go through and watch this in the living room. But yeah, this will do us for the live stream. But yeah, if you joined in with us, thanks very much. The podcast, last week's episode of Tea and Tops, is going to be out as a podcast tomorrow. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Now we're live on Amazon and on Audible as well. So look out for that, dropping at 9 p.m. UK. Jason is back with Ball Caps and Bagpipes, first live episode tomorrow night at 9 p.m. as well. Is that right?
Yep, 9 p.m. We got Paul Convoy on. We'll be talking about everything that's going on off season. It's going to be an interesting one. It's been an interesting off season, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. I'm going to be tuning in tomorrow. So yeah, watch out for that. Ball Caps and Bagpipes live tomorrow night at 9 p.m. We're back with the next episode of Tea and Tops on the 20th of March, catching up on everything that's been happening in the sports card world. Until then, if you're going to stay up and watch the rest of this game, good luck to you. And yeah, cheers for hanging out. It's been kind of fun. But until next time, please stay safe.
All right,
well.
bye guys.
Thanks, Jay. Take care, y'all.